Yeah, hello, how we done? I think this part of the broadcast was way louder. I'm gonna give it some time. Hello, everyone. Predictions for this? I think PRX win. I think they'll win the region. But you never know. I just sleep? Yeah, not too bad. Feel a little tired, but that'll go in like an hour. Is this the best of 5 years? You think PRX would change their comp and Ascent? At least not yet. I think honestly, I think they'll probably keep it through. They might keep it for the whole of London, we'll see. They'll look at how they played some of those rounds and just think they misplayed it. You want PRX's third seed so you get to watch them more? Yeah, I get it.
It was insane match.
I expected today's matches is gonna be hard because T1 they have a lot of experienced players. Towards the end, I think we managed to stay composed.
Mommy Jeet. Dude, how do I say that?
In upper bracket,
The Prime, appreciate you. Mommy Jeet TFT, thanks so much.
A bit too chill. Meanwhile, in the lower bracket, we are just all leaning the game.
I got no idea how I say him. I appreciate you. Thank you.
This match, I think we came prepared. They gave us our two best maps, and they were the better team today. Reset.
Would you ever do what Mini did with
pre
for a team? What does that mean?
We didn't get to win. I think for the next game we just
what's
go
Mini
into
done now?
Nothing to lose mindset. We already made it to London. There should be no more other pressures, and we just play our own game.
Consulting? Oh, it conflicts with my contract.
Last time when we played versus them, it's
So probably not.
too tense because it's the match for qualification. Meanwhile, for them, it doesn't feel like they are scared of us. And right now, it's opposite side.
Maybe.
We are not scared to play versus them. We are ready to fight.
But especially when it comes to rematch, I think we are quite good. So yeah.
Taxing these weekends for you? It's not too bad.
Let's have some fun, especially.
I don't like this job isn't taxing.
It'll be the 5th time to
It's
go
pretty
against
easy.
them, and we finally beat them. So we all know in ourselves that we can do it.
It doesn't
Same thing we did last
feel
time. We won't fear who they
don't
are.
feel
shoot our
bad
shots,
or
and
drained or
we'll
anything.
just play Valorant.
I feel just as tired as I would waking up normally. Not streaming, I think. Is the best 5? Yeah, it is best 5.
Global Esports.
Oh,
Pacific, we hope
okay,
you're
that is
ready
a lot
for
louder.
this one. Global Esports facing PRX, a rematch built for the big stage. Global Esports coming in as the underdogs in this match. The Misfits of Pacific, as we previously called them. They might have taken a hit yesterday, but we know they can roll with the punches.
We know they've been able
Frost
to
is
beat
recording.
PRX before. They've upset the odds before. Hell, they upset all the odds.
Look at him go, man.
Being here and qualifying for London, this is just another domino to knock down for this squad and prove they can deserve the hang.
Absolutely, but this
Is that a cam in his hand? Yeah.
And what is a
PRX.
without PRX? Very few teams in the world can stand up against the W Gaming squad, and they've just qualified to Masters London. There should be no stopping them now.
The vlog era, yeah. He flamed everyone for being a podcaster. He's a podcaster. He flamed everyone for being a YouTuber, but now he wants to become a YouTuber. I respect it. Gonna take over the world. RDKV2 with the Prime. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
Look at that walkout right now. You have Global Esports with a lot of fans in the audience, but there's just no denying this scene of PRX jerseys in the audience right now. They are just screaming for this team that has been known and loved throughout the entirety of VCT. Let's party, Alex!
Our desk is literally shaking with how loud the crowd is here.
It's not right. It's talking. He's blocking.
know, his live
He's like, is that on?
That's amazing. It's a live stream within a live stream. Oh my gosh.
I
we've got
love this
Inception
guy.
going on.
POV about to lose to PaperX.
Oh no! Wait. Hold on. We can't get that.
Batman was gonna walk over to the
They
PaperX huddle.
They are feeling good, and
Yeah.
they are about to get into
God, these
one
matches
of
must
the
feel so
matches that
nice.
They are about to play.
Yeah, I mean, this
These
is a
matches
huge
must feel
matchup
so
for
nice
these
in
teams.
comparison
I think Global are trying
to the
prove that
qualification
last
ones.
time wasn't just a fluke. It wasn't a one-off and that they're here to stay. PaperX are proving that once again they have earned a place in the final.
Seeding
That
match,
they
yeah,
are
just
the
a
top dog.
relaxed
They
seeding
are
match.
the kings of Pacific, and you know it's been that way for such a long time. Is it time for some new blood today? Ulsense have already made it all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, GE, they've already proven that in a huge pressure game over PaperX to qualify for Masters London, but to further illustrate...
That was
the
crew
point,
against
a
G2.
full
It was pretty good.
vibe
G2
on
looked
the
good though,
stage
man.
here at Ho Chi Minh with so
The-
many fans screaming and cheering for PaperX,
Like the
and
macro
cheering
stuff was really good
against
from
you.
both teams, but the aim was really, I don't know, man. The aim looked so bad yesterday.
Absolutely. A win today would be insane for the confidence of this.
It's like the only thing that worries me for those teams.
Look at that. I saw the camera close up on Javi.
I didn't feel like the teams looked bad or anything, but the aim on that day, going straight from watching Eternal Fire to watching them, it looked pretty rough, man. But I know there can just be off days. Was the aim bad on both teams? Both teams. Both teams had some crazy duels, man.
That's what they do.
There were multiple duels that lasted like 3 seconds.
For sure. I mean, it's
I'm
almost
just like,
they're
how
a
is
robot.
this
They
even a
almost
thing?
find themselves down here, but they're so good with their back against the wall, and they always rise to that pressure. I think that's why a lot of us are so confident in this PaperX squad today. Global, I think this is the first time we're seeing them have to do things like this. The first time in front of a large crowd.
It was a high pressure game. Yeah, it was a high pressure game. But I mean, the Eternal Fire Heretics was a high pressure game as well. I never felt like the aim was whiffy
I
there.
want to see them bounce back. I want to see them be stronger on that stage. Show some composure.
I don't know, it's just one of
get
those.
themselves ready for
It
London.
won't look that
They
bad
have a
next
big
time they play, you would
performance
imagine.
Yeah, every true competitor goes through this at some point.
Yes.
You have to learn to play on the big stage. You have to learn to perform in these big games. The anomalies are the players like Primi that are able
This
to
is
just
big
step
for
up
champ
and do
points.
it
I mean,
one
this is big for
day
champ
on.
points.
People have to grind
Especially in
their way
Pacific
there,
where
and be able to
Nongshim,
conscious some self-belief
you would
and some
imagine,
consistency in these big
gonna
games,
qualify
and I
for
think this is
champ
gonna be
points.
yet another character development moment from GE. They've already had a
That
couple of them
spot
so
is,
far this event.
well,
Starting off here on
maybe
Haven,
PaperX.
it's a map we
Maybe
haven't seen
PaperX
for a
could beat
while
them,
from
but
PaperX, a map that they have run the Neon on and since have moved away from that. For GE, they love to be tricky. They love to change up the approach, change up the comp. We've seen a lot of double Sentinel from them. I'm wondering
Yeah, I
if they're
turned it
gonna
up.
stick with
It's
that.
Yeah, I mean, the question is
The
very
sound is
much,
like a bit
are
all
they
over the
on
place.
that deadlock? It's a style that they've been leaning towards in that map. Frost teams have been playing it in years past also. And speaking to him, he thinks it has so much stopping power in this current meta.
He's been the win.
So I'm
The
very
grandfather's
curious if
an
they go
EMEA.
there. You know what?
I think
Let me stop
Vitality
saying-
just
It's
fine.
interesting that the defense win rates are looking like this because
Yep.
GE in particular, I felt like they kind of got outplayed a little bit on their defense.
Yes.
But their comp has a lot of defensive potential, especially if they're going to play Deadlock Cypher.
I
I'm
do
a little bit
worry
worried,
about
though, because
Fitz map
especially
pull.
if PaperX do mix the Jet in and they run them around the map like KRX did, then that's something that GE may have some problems with.
That's by far the biggest question. If I'm PaperX, I'm putting that Jet in, no doubt.
You nervous
We saw
for the
how it
EMEA
caused so
Roadshow?
much
I'm for
headache
sure
for
gonna
them
have
because
loads
you're
of
able
tech
to get up
pauses.
and over that utility.
never through
You're
the
not held
roadshows.
back by it like you are on the ground. Taking a look at
Oh,
the...
okay.
Whoa.
What?
GE attacking side double duelist.
They got
Autumn
double
on the
duelist.
ISO. This is
Autumn
going
goes
to be
ISO.
very different for PaperX
Crystal
to play
Vice.
against, who themselves have gone back to something that was working for them in the past.
Yeah.
Something on the Jet
I mean, I
instead
like
of
this
Yoru,
though
and
because
once again,
they're.
it's time
I
for
don't
others
feel.
to
I
chamber.
don't think
I
the
love
scythe
that
for
they're
Deadlock
bringing
was
out this
great.
ISO because we saw how we just saw how effective the operator was for something yesterday. ISO is one of the best.
There's nothing to
counters
show
in the
your
game for
ex-boyfriend
that
you don't
weapon
miss
with
him.
his shield. So I think
Then
this is
making a
crucial
sign
anti-trap
saying
across.
that you
It's
don't.
okay, girl. We got you. You don't need him. You don't need your boyfriend here.
Yeah, I'm
you
not
got
believing that
PRX
one.
and GE on the stage. That is all you need today. The Pacific Pride is on the line for this rivalry here. It's been 5 times in a row. Divide definitely ready to play with all of his heart. This is for the grand finals. Vietnam, let's give it up for your casters, Quack and Elfish.
Kjora, thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Yes, of course, a big game going forward again.
Appreciate you.
Today,
Thank you for that.
a rematch of what we saw.
Yeah, they did fly the other
opening round
casters
of
out.
the playoffs, Quack. It's going to be quite the exciting prospect given the history between these two teams.
I know. I feel like you can't really talk about these two teams without going all the way back to the history books. I mean, just the fact that this is a team that was spawned out of the dead ashes, the dead Phoenix's ashes of talent. That's why we have full sense in the upper, well, in the grand final already waiting. And then we have Global Esports here to play as well. 5th time, Elfish. I mean, can they really beat PRX a second?
Well, I mean, I guess that's the question, isn't it, right? They've already shown the ability to do it once. Why should we not believe that they can not do it again? I suppose the first
Haven?
answer
Dude, I feel
there
like
is
I
that
haven't
we're on a
watched
bigger
Haven
and better
for
stage,
ages.
and this is the kind of environment that PRX really thrives in, right? I feel like they've gone from strength to strength throughout the last couple of weeks. We saw them playing on the stage yesterday, and I mean, T1 was absolutely no match for PRX, let's be real. GE coming in with a little bit less momentum, that getting stymied,
Their
of course,
website for
by
seeing
Full
champ
Sense,
points.
who were able to just
Wikipedia
kind of
has it
batter them
somewhere.
in that opening game as well. So
I'm pretty
we
sure.
talk about, you know, the equilibrium between these two teams. Is there an argument maybe to be made that PRX is on the rise and GE is slowing down a little bit?
That's what it feels like, I think, just from yesterday's games. But in all that time, within the maybe 12 hours that they've had just to come back onto the stage again, you're never quite sure. If anything is indicative of it, you would think to look at the agent composition so far. I mean, best of 5, it's a whole different arena for sure. We're starting things off on Haven, where PRX did suffer
have a
loss
command for
against
that?
Gen G
Oh,
way
holy.
back in the group stages. But then again, now you're switching up compositions. You just really have to simplify things and think back to what other player head-to-heads that we have, who's looking in top form right now.
PRX
And I
already
think
have
the big name
more
for
champ points.
all of us so far has to be
Nongshim? Wait, really?
Yeah, I mean,
that's
like,
pretty
I mean, he's
impressive.
had a big turnaround as well, and maybe that's why we've seen PRX kind of on that rise. Obviously, we saw him a little bit earlier in the season playing a lot of Neon, and that obviously wasn't working out for PRX, and then he went back over the Jet, and obviously things started to pick back up at that point. So, I think PRX have found a really nice timing to try to sort of hit their peak, and again,
Look at
we'll see whether or not,
Noman's
they can do it
Twitter?
again, essentially, on
Bruh,
another
what is this
Pacific
guy's
stage,
Twitter?
and obviously, we'll see how things end up
He's an
going
O
when
in
they
his name,
do
right?
both of these teams make it over to London, but obviously a big game ahead yet to decide, you know, how things are going to look obviously going into tomorrow, into that grand final, and of course the seeding going into London. Let's find out as we get underway with game number 1 of the day.
straight into Haven. It's the 5th time that they faced off against each other in the year 2026. PRX, the tyrannical monarchs of Pacific. Meanwhile, Global
Is
Esports.
Primi or something the best
New
jet?
kids on the block.
Just
here to try.
Don't know, man.
take
Primi's
them
looking
down.
pretty good. Primi's looking pretty good.
compositions
D-Hay, thank you so much, and Billy, thank you as well. The prime, appreciate you both. Thank you so much.
Play out again. ISO being brought in. The possible
London is going to be 3 APAC 1 America's top 4. I don't think it's going to be that simple this time. I don't think it's going to be that simple.
Yeah, certainly a risk, isn't it? Obviously, making that kind of a change on this kind of a stage, it could potentially blow
This
up in
Masters
your
is
face, but it
open,
is very
man.
Frost-esque. And what I will say, Quack, is that, you know, my gut feeling typically when you're coming into this kind of a game is just keep it simple, do the fundamentals better than your opponent. and
EDG,
exploit
dude, I
the
can
mistakes.
get on board with EDG. We might have to watch some stuff. We'll see. PRX on defense, GE on the tank.
Get underway here with the pistol onto Haven. It is GE. They're going to start things
Well, they
off
picked the right
over
side on
towards
this one. It's a 5v5 retake. Definitely keep an eye on something. He's very fast behind them.
Whatsoever. You do have something marching all the way down, though, maybe trying to set up some kind of a late flank. Meanwhile, however, the entire team now just on for the retakes, which is honestly
Bones for the afterplant. Still got slide, still got flash.
all the bits of utility that he has. Meanwhile, a couple of fights going through outside garage as well.
Season start back and
Dude,
forth,
look at
1 for
something.
1,
His
but that line
patience is
going
big
down
here.
For GE is going to have time working in their favor, and this is where something needs to activate. You spoke about him. It's Jing off
Very,
screen
very
for a
nice.
double and something too as well. Both of the duelists getting involved early on.
Very nice from him.
in the piece
He was
for
tempted to
PRX,
help
and
over
that
towards
is a
Garage,
very scary
but he
sign
heard him
for
running
Global
early.
Esports.
Just as the map begins, I feel like that's always going to be a conversation.
He's probably the
between
most
these two
disciplined I've
teams.
ever seen
Just the
something
fact
have
that
as well, I'm not gonna lie.
pacing is always going to be a matter, and even though GE managed to take that side rather easily, they didn't see anything. They wanted to go a little bit deeper.
The fact that
but
when he
PRX
pushed
were
middle, he
already
didn't
in
go
that
all
position,
the
ready to
way
trade,
behind
ready to duke it out.
as
Duke
well.
it out,
Just
they
locked
did.
him in.
Look at Jing with the fragging onto that bandit. That's going to be a big weapon now onto the next round, and this is the best possible
They're fighting
start
for the
for
ecos, so who can
Phoenix
get him
player.
more.
He's gonna be able to
Dude,
build up
surely
those
you never get
ultimates
ecoed if you buy
back-to-back
2
to back.
marshals.
Meanwhile, GE again gonna have to try to find some kind of entry, some kind of momentum, because you want these players to be able to start off the right foot.
If anyone can,
Go
though,
in with
it's
recons,
probably
but
PaperX.
this time. 2-3 split across the map and spam through the smokes, Jordan. Oh, God.
Yeah, not the start that GE wants. By the way, Jing picking up the orb on the other side of the map. He's 1 away from the run it back, as you highlighted that being a pretty important piece of the puzzle here for PaperX. He might even have it next round. Jing with the push forward. He's got it online now. I'm not sure that he's going to need it for the rest of this round. It is looking like an easy cleanup. Batman with a decent
Honestly,
trade on the
that's
Forsaken,
instant
but,
karma for
I mean,
pressing
the damage
W.
is really done here. 4 on 2. You shouldn't get too much done. Nice recovery from Defy.
Some of these kills, man.
Once again, is back over onto that chamber. We saw that being a big talking point as well on the desk quack, that I think he's been phenomenal on that agent in recent times. So things could get pretty interesting.
What the
here.
hell
PaperX
did
have
that
a
look
lot of
mental from his
firepower on this
POV?
lineup, and it looks
He
like
actually
all of
fully
them
lost
online
him.
at the moment.
Just insane
It was
momentum now
for
being
sure
picked
the
up
best
off of
POV
it.
for that.
You can only imagine how the next few rounds is going to look. I mean, the money, obviously great. At the same time, they've probably managed to conserve most of the weapons going on to the next round. Only player after all.
The news on where Milan is
thinking back
joining,
to
mate. He
GE
literally
then,
just got
You know,
kicked.
how can they possibly come up into the round?
Give him
They
a
have
little,
to
give him like an
their
extra week
entire
to get
playbook
signed by
yet.
someone else.
And that's where I want to keep my attention onto right now. Autumn on this ISO. Looking
Okay,
for
Outlaw
possible
comes
pulls.
out. Only one can get one
Against
shot.
strong blinds being held, but sudden peeks out and
Dude, look at something go, mate. You have an Outlaw.
I think you're going to see PaperX try to dictate this game early on in
Sure.
the piece. Harvey
Nice though.
copying
It's a
bit
good
of
start.
tag. Not too much damage done back onto something. Yeah, no, solid start for PaperX, but with Yutatan finding that pick onto Jing, obviously the run it back is out of this round, and Jing is as well, as the ISO starting to come into play. Autumn
Pure
surviving
counter
nicely.
to all the
Yutatan
ops.
making
What do
that
you reckon?
space for the
G
team,
just
and
went for a
GE
whole comp just to
already
make sure that
pick PaperX
they can't
apart
get
now. They've
opped
got
by something.
heck
So
of
we
a lot
can't
of space,
farm
but
them.
take a look at something and Forsaken out towards the back. It's going to be simple trades, though, more than likely. Autumn to build up that confidence early on in the map.
There's something stuck in the corner now. Not sure that Autumn is 100% aware of it, but very unlikely PaperX get too much more done in this round. It's a nice start for Yutatan as well. It's a really good response.
Yeah, it's
from
not too
GE.
bad
It's exactly
for
what you wanna
GE.
see
They'll
from
take it.
both two teams.
Could have been a lot worse,
PaperX
especially with
comes
the
out the
damage
gate
Charlie.
strong in the pistol. You've got your fraggers hitting shots, and then when the response is available to GE, they do the same.
Makes
I think
sense
we're
with a
gonna
jet
get a
chamber.
very
Yeah,
good
for
game.
sure. They can easy
Ahead of us today.
reclay A as well.
Went
The whole
the
comp is
entire
like,
distance earlier on in the
the whole
playoffs, all
comp
the way
is
three
to put
maps.
the
A
chamber
real
setup
bump
over
over.
towards short.
And now we've obviously got a potential 5.
You
So,
can,
strap yourselves in. I think
well,
this is gonna be a
maybe
long
not
day.
against this comp, but
Really does feel like it, doesn't it?
you can definitely
I mean,
just
how
swing out
can you
angles
not,
more.
especially with these two teams, PaperX, the number of accolades that they have alone. 3-time Pacific Finals champions. 2023 was the first.
Device also
2023
there?
fourth
Yeah,
stage
I mean
one,
something doesn't op that
25
much normally.
Stage 2 as
On this,
well.
or at least on this
Meanwhile,
map.
GE, this is their first
This is like the
ever
only map where
deepest
Devi gets to
run
actually do
Pacific
what he used to do.
history. Now we go back in towards C. G tries to step across. A bit of a fake reach, so
Electroes. Trories. With the 2 mums. Appreciate the
Happy
prime.
to sit and wait for now, especially with something
Thank you
like
for
such a
that.
deep line and Devi. Watch for any potential crossings.
It's a great story for GE, isn't it? First playoffs
The
run.
thing is
already
though,
qualified
something
for
just hears them all
international event.
running. 1,
How much further
2,
can they go? Can they
3.
go into that grand final for a
Catches
rematch
the
against
third.
Full Sense? PaperX are hoping not, as something
God, and they
iffy
thought they were
starts to
playing
pick them
full
apart.
retake.
His entry onto A has gone all wrong. Forsaken is now there as well, and there is nothing to be done.
Does it not
for
feel
GE in
weird
that round. They
to
are cut to pieces
be
as
your guy
PaperX
here
come
to
back
get
with a
caught on
full
the
eye of their own.
rotate?
A
So he's obviously
trifecta
heard
in
you
round
all
number 4.
running
We're asking
and then
if GE
believe
is
they're
even
playing
gonna be able to
retake.
Make it back to that grand final. It doesn't even
They didn't
look
really
like
piece it
they're gonna be
together.
able to walk in towards site A right now. Just the fact that
Not
something
great for
was
GE.
in that
It's,
low
it's pretty bad
position,
from GE.
gone unchecked. G trying to pick up the pace, but unfortunately getting caught towards the end. And that's all the information that Forsaken needed. Peeking through the smokes one by
I mean,
one.
look at
like
how
that.
they're trying to
What
enter
are
site
GE
there.
doing?
They haven't pieced it together.
I hope to find an answer for that pretty soon.
Okay, Awesome gets all.
This round maybe not going to be quite so easy for them. Awesome,
Crystal in this
maybe
one.
isolate a duel somewhere. But the rest of the
Not buying,
weaponry
but obviously
not looking too crash hot.
this is
Batman
their low
in
buy.
there with a weapon
Holy.
as well, and
Oh my god.
something down early on in the piece. Yutatan making good usage of that shotty. Here's what I'm talking about. But Autumn is just deleted by
Annihilated him.
Back to the 3-on-3 though, the shots coming through.
Jesus,
Envy,
Envy, what is this round?
For GE, they've walked into a pretty hefty stack on B. And PaperX swat them aside. Like
Oh, by it was a 4 guns.
So
It's basically a full buy.
PaperX when they're feeling their best. Just right out from.
Dude, he melted him in this ult.
Off of
He
yesterday's
didn't
game
expect him
from
to just
T1.
run at him to the side.
Everyone's starting to peek out. Everyone's starting to find the best possible beginning to the rounds. Just getting so much information and then being able to take down those goals right outside of B, even though Yudotan does manage to create that space again. It's just how they're all able to corral back into
No
the
way.
B site where
Nah, no way.
because they had both sides under control.
Not quite a mini
I think the
boo,
really
but
tough-looking thing here for Global Esports right now as
he
well
gets
is
out of the
pretty much
ult as someone's
everyone
holding
think
him and he
PaperX
still
is
gets the
online.
kills. There's definitely a
First round
couple
is
of
something
GE
and
players.
Jing,
You
and then we
see
saw
it on,
Forsaken having a round
you
to
see it from
hold on to
yesterday
A,
as
and now
well.
we've seen Envy over towards B.
They're like a
It's-
little
it's
nervous.
as if everybody has stepped up, showed up, and for Global Esports, you know, they're getting choked out.
It's good experience for them actually. This might help them in Masters. Go into an event like this. Honestly, go into an event like this and losing, at least their version of losing, right? I know they qualified for London, but losing both the games might be pretty good for them.
But that's why we love Frost. Every little timeout that he had.
Like, this is the best way to get rid of the
always
nerves.
converted towards,
You go to a
some
big
kind of
event,
positive
you have high
impact. Hopefully
expectations,
we're starting to see
get
that
absolutely
right after
wrecked.
this one, because round 6, if you don't start to
Like,
find
your nerves are
rounds,
just gone
this
next
is where
time.
you're losing your
Well,
hold
not
over
fully
the
gone,
map.
but
PaperX already having some ultimates, pretty strong ones with the Nightfall, but
kind of realized you were overthinking and worrying about
potentially
too
we're not
much.
sure if they do get that spike down. Yudotan maybe to just go all in. Balls out with that overdrive, but straight in the garage for now.
I mean, the disrespect is so much there. I mean, Dafai is just walking down middle right now, getting so much space, so much information, and if GE aren't quick, they're going to be in trouble.
What is this?
Forsaken holding on for the 1-4-1. It'll be an easy second for him as well as they start to filter their way out that dark cover. The flank obviously coming into play as well, and something rotating across too. GE are stalled at the gates once again.
Yeah, but he has ult, so if they wanted to go over towards A and ult spike, they could.
They find a way to win this round.
Yeah,
Not
and
entirely sure unless these duels are somehow isolated.
Forsaken's
Take
on
down
top of
something,
it.
Pick up the spike, go somewhere else.
Not ready yet.
But take a look at Forsaken and Envy as well.
Yeah, interesting. The Forsaken's gone back over to A. Trying to get some info, I suppose, as to what GE is up to. Spike has been retrieved.
Okay.
Hatman hoping to make that happen.
And if you do somewhat end up on the B side as well, you could try to buy a bit more time away from the spike.
Dude, look at
possibly
PaperX,
twist onto that steel
are
guard.
they?
Self-flash.
Yeah,
We
not
don't
the
mind
best.
that because we're not seeing anyone else make a move from PaperX yet. But I get the
Hey,
sense that
PaperX
they're
just
doing
have
that because
so much
they know
discipline
they
today.
have 3. If the spike goes down, they go in for that retake. It's 3v2 Elfish.
Yeah, and space already starting to be taken here by something. He
Spike
to make his way in behind, and you've obviously got both Envy and Forsaken starting to make their way across as well.
Envy has the util too.
Last player standing.
Might not need it. Batman instantly dealt with the rifle instead, and that leaves Crystal solo. He did win a 1v3
Holy.
against PaperX
Yeah,
earlier
this team's
on
a
in the
little
playoffs,
nervous,
but
man.
it won't happen this time. That is 5-1, and off the back of the tactical timeout as well for GE. Things are really starting to look rough.
No immediate pickup just yet. I mean, it was really hefty buy, so this is definitely going to hurt GE. If you think about the long run so
They
far
play so
on
disciplined
this map of Haven,
when there's no
there was
stakes.
a bit of a conversation as well, you know, in the press
There's big
conference,
stakes
thinking
for them,
about,
man. They can qualify. They can pretty much
is it
qualify here
nerves
4
onto this
champs,
stage? Crystal said no. They
and at the
have
same
been
time
on
they
big
can get
stages
first seed,
before. Back
and not
in
have to play
Thailand,
groups
back
in London.
Japan for Crystal, Javi been
which then also
played in
might
Vietnam
get them more
before,
champs points
perhaps in
that
other
secures
games,
champs as well.
But that's not what we're
Like
seeing right
it could
now.
be so nice for them
And
just
especially when you're
having
playing against
a
team
chill
like
stage too.
PaperX. This is quite liable to happen.
Yeah, is the occasion getting to Global Esports? That's the question that I have, because you can bet your bottom dollar that it will not be a problem for PaperX. They are so experienced
he's
in these kinds of
everywhere.
environments, but it seems as though Global at the
This
moment
guy with confidence
are
is
just
so
crumbling under
scary.
that pressure a
I
little
will
bit.
say as well though,
They are a
like
tenacious
he's
team,
doing
though.
the
They
right
might still be
thing.
able
He's
to
playing
make
up
something
against
out of
a
this game.
solo Info
But they're gonna
Senti in
need
terms
more
of the
than that
vice.
to do so the wall going up. Will just about save GE there, but information is given. Envy on the hunt. Can't
You don't
land
expect
any
a second
shots,
layer
so
though.
Autumn
Forsaken.
will take him down, and GE, or they might
My
be
God,
back
he's
into this round,
running.
or they might
Crazy
not. Let's
guy.
see what Forsaken can do. A double.
Down mid.
And we're back to a 3-on-3.
Right
Oh
up
my God,
behind,
nearly.
it's Yudotan! And then PaperX, they don't relent. Look at how they're pushing up A short.
Jing is in the key position right now. He's trying to make something happen. Wants to isolate the fight against Autumn. Get that done. Now we're back to 2-on-2.
Go, go, go.
Out with lesser utility now, though, so hopefully you would think GE with the ults, with the
Oh,
positioning
it's nice
that they
info.
do have, maybe they can hang some kind of slow down the momentum that PaperX is
Got
going off
Visal to delay for a little bit, but Devi obviously can use his
walls. This should be G.
Sheriff.
Should surely be GE's round, right?
Bring me the arsenal!
That Steel Garden dropped by Crystal. It's going to make things even more difficult for PaperX. They'll wait it out. Fast lane as well, obstructing some vision. They'll try and brawl their way in. Jing
Oh my god.
on the defuse, and Devi with the coverage, but the defuse now pretty much has to be stuck. Jing going to try and force the fight against Crystal. Time is running out. He's got no idea where Crystal is coming from.
Then
And
this is close.
GE finally get themselves another round.
Oh, with the Red Bull clutch, just punch that ticket to, through Crystal. Why don't you? Look at the way that he hugged the
stuck
wall
this, yeah.
around B.
Could've.
Just a dive on
Definitely
top of
could've.
the spike. Always the team player, always the stable Russian that we have on the server. In contrast to something, of course. Look at how he just dove
Envy said
across.
yesterday they
That
can't hear
has been the
anything
game
because of
plan
how
so
loud the
far.
crowd is, so they
And I
just take
imagine maybe
fights.
this is what that
Yeah, I
timeout
can
was
see that.
about.
I mean, look at how he
Leave
played this
Crystal
one here.
separated from the rest of the pack.
Literally, Jing taps
That's
the
gonna be
spike, he
potential
makes
late
sound
lurker.
Q, runs
Matching
away.
potential
I would
players
say,
to continue to
I
push
mean,
outside of
look
B.
at how close Crystal is to him.
Well, the next round comes
Crystal's
up and it's
Crystal's
GE
here.
to launch another
Jing runs like this,
quick
and he
assault
doesn't
into
hear the
sight.
footsteps. Like, the sound must be mad. Because he goes and pre-fires the spike there, so you can't hear him when he's next to him.
They're happy to play for the retake on C.
Yeah, they do have a lot of ults and pieces of utility to work around, but it's all going to have to happen outside of C-Link. Big smokes, presence all spotted. At the same time, G is just noting that nobody's pushing outside of A lobby for now, so quite happy with the information that they have.
I like the setup for GE.
Oh my goodness.
Patman on the late lurk could be a real thorn in their side if something is not able to clear that
Man,
out.
it's
in
like
the
the
middle.
middle.
Jing meanwhile starting to get entries. Where has that come
What was
from?
that?
Jing just out of nowhere for the
Dude, he
triple and
self-flashes
that'll
and
be the round for
pops
PaperX,
everyone,
that is a
and then
bit of
Patman doesn't
PaperX
get
magic
anything
for
for the
you.
flank.
Several multi-kill
Wait,
rounds now
what?
already coming up from PaperX. None so far from GE.
Bro, they look way too good right now.
What is this?
Should not have been that easy. GE had a good setup. They had the 5-on-5 post plan, and you're letting Jing walk his way out garage and find 3?
They had a judge as well. Yudotan was sitting on a corner, but I have to imagine instant flashes, and that is
Oh, the Omen
exactly
flash
how
is
it
nice
all
as well,
happened.
though.
Jing,
Which was insane. I mean, you get the curveball.
God, I would say the Omen util is lovely there. The one way so he can't get traded
Just
from long, the
painful.
flash to the guy in D4 can't
bit
kill
of
him.
recovery now, but
Nice from
then
Forsaken
again,
as
you
well.
find GE with broken economy. You go
Win
on to
one,
the
lose the next.
play,
GE, money's in the
PaperX
bin.
is feeling confident.
100%. Why wouldn't you be at this point? Again, they're going to
Bro,
try to
each time
assert
a
their
different
dominance
player
around
is running
early. They're
down
pushing
middle.
their way out of B, and goes just sliding straight into a headshot. And like I said, Quack, earlier on, it just feels
Oh
like
my
everyone on
goodness.
PaperX is having a day at the moment. There's just only so much you can do when that's the case. A triple kill for Devi now as well. Everyone getting involved. There is no weak link at the moment for PaperX on this
Of course,
defense.
there's a double flanking
None,
window.
Absolutely none. GE
Do
trying
they
to
expect the
scavenge
second?
whatever they have
Yes, they
left.
do.
Try to
Fact.
get some picks off at the very least while something just continues to hold space. PaperX know they have every single possible entry point on towards the extremities of the map for now, so just quite happy to once again wait for the eventuation of the 3v2.
Not a great looking one, obviously, for GE, with Harvey being tagged up so much. No armor to their name either. It's going to make the job a little bit more difficult, but they do have a rifle at least with some sharp shooting. There might be something in here for GE.
Okay.
Get that plan on B.
Smoked off now, though, and at the same time, this is where PaperX starts to do a bit of scouting in B to begin.
Oh, this Sheriff absolutely has to connect its first bullet, but Patman now being spotted
What
out.
the
It's going to
hell?
make life much more difficult. Needs the 3K here and needs 3 clean headshots. Won't even get the chance
Okay,
for
like
one.
juked him out with the
PaperX are
Prowler
looking
here.
too good at the
I
moment.
don't know if that was on purpose
It's a
or
best
what.
of 5. That's all I want to say
yeah.
right now for GE.
Nico.
It feels like dire straits. This is not how you want to begin. I mean, even yesterday's game against Full Sense, they didn't start off, this down low. They were pretty neck and neck against Full Sense. That first
Might have
map
been
was
nice to
split.
switch guns there.
Both
Yeah, it felt
teams
weird that
starting out
he
the split of all things as well.
gave him the
That's why this
spike
map
as
here
well
was
on the higher
really lovely.
HP.
But onto this Haven,
Normally meant to go that
if
way
you're just
around.
allowing PaperX to play and operate at their own space, and you are coming in with a new composition, but it's not working out, I just don't know what else to say.
Well, you're going to have to really back the GE defense. That's really the only fallback now for Haven. See what they can scramble together now for the attack. See if they can put any kind of stable.
In the Paper X vlog on Haven, they have an issue where they don't control middle. Mate, they are pushing down middle and fighting middle every single round right now. So yeah, it's definitely something they're focusing on. I mean, mate, mate, you gotta get that pistol out.
With the ulti this time around, it does allow GE into A.
Spike planted.
Now they get the setup. Surely Crystal being able to get all the information deep, but his Jing was running it back.
Not going to be too successful with that. Autumn just shuts him down, but he'll get another crack at it. Envy dropping the Prowlers out from heaven. Forsaken, an opening duel onto Autumn.
Have a default as well.
Begins. The numbers start to thin for Paper X. Envy
What
has
the
to try
hell
and
is
make
that?
It happen. Davai's still on the rotator. You've got to be questioning, where is
Davai,
Davai
mate.
in all of this? Envy
Get in
buying
there.
as much time as possible, and Davai in
God,
from behind.
how's Envy allowed to get away with that over
another
towards
one.
heaven as well?
Say
This
one more time
game,
for me,
why does this game feel so done?
That is how you pronounce
Who's
it.
Davai, man?
Look at him. Oh, you gotta love it.
That guy. That's him. That's Davai. Davai.
Gee, they were thinking about it the whole time.
Fine.
Yeah, let's go in Russian, of course. But that's exactly how this round began. There was a double op as well. And I'm wondering if that was brought over into the next round. Paper X. At the same time, though, you do see how the ISO can somewhat counter it. Something's trying to get the flick on, but the shield was there as well. So that's what ISO can do. 8-2, though, still. And Paper X goes again.
Yeah, GE once more onto the breach, really. Is how this feels. They just have to keep on trying. Something mainline, this time unsuccessful.
Guys, the ISO is owning you. Put the op down.
Seems like he'll be okay.
Surely.
Has a second crack at it as Patman just walks straight into the crosshair. It has not been GE's day today. And it seems as though that is not going to be changing, at least on this map. Autumn does get a good kill back in onto something. Will allow another player down.
My
Unitan
God, it's so
for
dumb.
one. Fast lane, still isolated duel there against Forsaken.
Insta shot. Wait, that's pretty nice.
To a different position. All of a sudden, now you're wondering, is GE, where actually is this retake coming from? Autumn is all over.
Yeah, but do they
it.
expect the second one?
Second player, Davai again from behind. He might have been hurt. It doesn't matter. The shot will connect, and it's down to
Mate.
just Crystal, who is sitting on the heaven. Pops that steel guard, and it'll matter largely
Got 7
now for
bullets.
Davai, as he has to try to make something.
Oh, it's literally
he
the
still hit
the
headshot.
best agent for the
It
situation.
does not matter. Paper X are operating on a different
So
level
nice.
right now.
Cool as a cucumber. Look at that guy.
Oh yeah.
Steel guard, no
Davai.
matter. I've got my headhunter. And just round after round again. This feels as though we're going back to that 2023 quintessential Paper X style. The original Misfits. Everyone kind of forgot about this conversation.
One enemy remaining.
Back when every team and their cousin was running double initiator. Paper X pioneered this double duelist, and something on the Jet is a very big factor for that. Going back into it again now, the last round of the first half, and Paper X has swapped over to a 1-4 setup. Just a Vi and a tour de force and a shotgun. Is that going to be enough to fend off GE?
Stage 2 draws. Yeah, they should be tomorrow.
Gambling man, I'd probably say yes, given how things have been going so far for Paper X on this map.
Oh, they do the 100 Thieves.
Comfortable, Davai.
Stole
Doesn't
100
quite
Thieves
get it done
strat.
this time. Unitan drops him on the way into C. So Davai out of the round now, and Forsaken having to try and hold on to a bit of control on C-Long. There's 3 players. It is a shooting gallery for GE. They might just be able to put one more together right at the back of the half. Give themselves at least a third to play with. The retake still yet to come through from Envy, Something, and Jing. All their positions are now noted. Something
Surely not.
only able to trade 1-for-1. It's not quite
Surely
enough.
not.
This is a good round.
Oh
against
my God.
GE. Something has another one, but I
Oh
sure
my
don't
God.
expect him to get this done.
Holy
No!
Udo nearly gave it
was
to him as
starting
well.
to get
Dude, that would have
interesting.
been
But GE
unbelievable.
will get their third. Is that enough though, Quack? I have to hazard the guess that that is going to be really tough to come back from.
God, he's going to get to play Jet pretty
Without a
much
doubt.
every single map as well.
You would think at least it's just
Could see a lot of that.
a bit of hope. Maybe you can
God, he's
insert
nuts
some
with the
voodoo
knives.
onto the curse with the scoreline being this way. There's always some form of hijinks, especially thinking about G's defensive side as well. The retakes will be strong on the composition that they are running. But again,
Dude, imagine he went for a right click there.
performance. It's a little bit early to crash out, I gotta say though, Illich. Chill.
It was a nice try though. It really was a nice try. You felt as though if he was crisp with it on that 4th shot, like on that 4th kill, there was definitely something on offer there. A 1v5 obviously is, you'd think on a stage like this, a little bit too much to ask, but hey.
That was looking doable.
By the way, there is currently a fan event exclusively for the Pacific viewers, so don't forget to join in on that one. And you can get involved with all this sort of fan art and meme cams and stuff like that. It's good fun here.
A lot of activations outside within this City Hall Convention Center as well.
I had a bit of a walk around earlier. It was very nice to sort of say hello to some of the fans, catch up with some old friends as well. You know, it's a good vibe. I think everyone's having a great time, except for maybe the GE fans.
PRX won in this? Yeah, for sure. They look good, man.
I mean, I was told like it's fully sold out.
They just suit this so much. This is just, this feels like an experience diff. It really does though, where it's just like,
you can kind of feel it.
We've been on stage before where we can't hear any sounds.
In terms of the scoreline as
and then it's not stressing them out. They just go, sure, well, let's just fight everything.
Yeah, I think
and then GE is like, guys, I can't hear anything. I've never played Valorant like this.
That's an obvious kind of a statement, but they are really down. Are they out, though, is the question. And I think that pistol round will really decide that for us. So, an important one, again, on offer here for Global Esports.
For PRX, though, they're just confident to go, pushing up, dry walk, pick up the orb.
How have Heretics qualified for London?
Just hoping that they have
Right, I told you, man. Why didn't you believe me?
There's a lot of players in the right spot here for GE. Ready to defend a push into A, but it seems as though PRX have kind of got a bit of a spider sense tingling, so they're not committing to it. And GE are having to force that fight. Spike will be retrieved.
They won, yeah, they look good.
Look
good, have looked good for a while.
Right now, but there's a huge push in here from Divide all the way in through C.
Numbers supporting GE, though, that's what I'm keeping my eye on. So far,
And this would be good to go for GE. Their first international, yeah. I think them losing here is good, honestly.
Standing and might still be able to make some magic happen. Paranoia. Not quite going to be held here by Forsaken. Needed to come a little earlier.
Very nice.
Punish them.
See how close they can get this.
Starting off with the pistol. Just yesterday, they weren't doing too hot on these sorts of rounds. They had some trouble against Full Sense, but perhaps, this is a way to keep themselves back into the game. Yudotan, let's get that from his POV, because that is exactly what you want to have.
Yeah, really need Yudotan to come online on this defense. Yeah. Disappointment, obviously, from the PRX coaching booth, which is probably to be expected out of a round like that one. You had numbers disadvantage. A lot of players tagged up. Was always going to be a
nothing too crazy for PRX. We do get a little bit of an investment. Perfectly jumped into his crosshair. It's incredible.
He's also been a little bit missing in that first half. I think it's fair to say he had been the standout player for GE coming into this playoffs, and if he's unable to activate on a day like today, then it's going to be really rough for GE. That will be a big lack in firepower for them, but maybe he can come online here on this defensive side.
The ACS leader for the team, after all.
Insane clutching as well. Yudotan starting to build up toward that overdrive now as well, and Drones can spot a number of players starting to try and make their way in towards B. The wall obviously isolating something. And now GE are on the hunt. Forsaken looks to punish for 2.
Dude, I'm telling you, the Bandit is broken, man. Have you seen what we've seen in the last 2 days? You're telling me that they looked at this gun and thought it needs a buff. I'm looking at people using this gun thinking, why the hell is no one else using this?
Might have been GE's pick, but as long as they make it close, I think we can still keep our heads high for the next several ones. You're already kind of seeing how GE intends to control the map. Controller, it's default things. Pat on towards C. The rest of them just trying to control bits of A as well.
I mean, the pressure is building on that
Mini Guardian. Yeah, that's what I mean.
So invested at the moment.
Good, man.
To be a little bit of a faster hit towards the A side.
I can't believe they're already buffing it. Give it some time.
And it's tucked in the corner.
No tag. They don't know that he's in there.
Weber, hello, mate. Congrats, bro. Excited to see you in London.
First kill.
I liked your little speech that they leaked. It was fun.
They're checking. Nope. We're good. Oh, the chase is on. Oh, no way! Yudotan doesn't quite get 2.
Unlucky.
Looked like the perfect opportunity, but Forsaken
He stayed crouched there.
Now it's Envy's turn, and the headshot will deal with Autumn.
Yeah, they got a little greedy for that 4 HP. Honestly, out of all of the players going down to work out there's one on the flank, the 4 HP here is good for PRX.
Trying to buy as much time as possible. 50 seconds. If you keep PRX here long enough.
Yeah, I could tell, man.
It's time to perfection, I think. Envy's got no idea. And something hasn't spotted him out either in spawn.
I think there's a slight inkling.
Envy's got a good idea.
He's
Yeah.
expecting it. And there he
Dude,
goes.
Envy's really on today.
Back to numbers advantage for
That's some
PRX,
big
and now
impact.
they have their pick of the sites. GE have to try to go in for a 2v3 retake, with the only thing to work off of being Crystal and Javi's signature abilities, the Recon and the Flash. It's not going to be easy, Jordan.
No, certainly not, but they are making good time as they start to rotate their way across, but they'll first have to take this fight against Davai, and he's holding strong for one.
He's just too good.
Yeah, nice. Doesn't overheat or anything here.
Now isolated in the 1v3. Is not going to have a chance.
Wait, Milan's here as well? Where's Milan? Oh yeah, nice.
So,
hello, Milan.
What can you
Best
do
of luck
when
with
all of PRX
whatever
is
happens next,
firing?
mate.
I guess not much.
Milan, you gonna come London for a bit?
Have another
You're just gonna chill.
timeout.
I think they do.
I don't know if they're going to be calling it soon. I mean, it started out kind of okay. You have this judge. He's swung on a great timing. And they almost managed to, you know, capitalize off of it with Forsaken being incredibly low. Pat coming out towards the back lines, but after that fact,
Oh,
it's
as
never
in like
something clear enough.
some.
It's just PRX again operating.
Yeah, I like
their
that.
will against their opponents. Trying to take things a little bit slower this time, and that's going to bait out GE's utility. They don't like
That'd be
what
cool.
they're seeing.
Yeah, let me know.
Hearing bits of prowlers out towards garage.
Hey, big Byrons.
And suddenly the rotations go off.
Do you want to make this a little closer? They gotta win this. Push down C, retake on A. Spike is in spawn.
Who take a lot of space outside to C. The issue obviously being that A is completely.
I mean, at least GE are doing stuff around the map together, though. Okay, guys, you've pushed down middle, so you should be flanking middle, but only 2. Unless you want to go 3. Wait, they're gonna go 3? Holy.
PRX, they're holding up. Device got the angle into its sewer.
Oh, I just saw Patman mess it up, man. He tried to smoke the trip, but hit the trip before he smoked it.
Retake's going to be a tough one. So much space being held by PRX right now.
Oh my god.
Is looking
Bro, he's looking really crispy.
As well. Maybe the shield just saved
Whoa. What do you reckon? I reckon he hits it.
him, but
Well,
setting up
not bad.
the rest of PRX to close this round out. King will drop. Patman starting to come online in this round. He's just TP'd straight into
it's nice from
Forsaken, and the
Forsaken.
water's dealt with as well.
That's
Oh
nice.
dear.
Why are we doing that? Oh my goodness. Big kills
Yeah,
traded
the
back and
4-person
forth,
flank
but it comes down to
is a bold
wild
one.
TP play.
They saw them so early, though. I mean, everyone here was fine.
To just get back in onto the side, thinking that PRX had pushed all the way outside of main lane, but no, they were still onto the side. Forsaken was on top of a box, and at that point, that might have
It's
been
unlucky
the
with the
map
TPs,
loss.
man.
Big ultimates brought
Omen
up now,
TPs
but
this weekend have been nuts.
don't know if it's possible. 11-5 is a big gap.
Yeah, huge recovery required now. And we're going to get another timeout for GE. You sort of asked the question of
Yeah,
whether or
I
not
mean,
they
they've
have
got
another
an
one, and
eco
this is
here.
it. This is
The map's done already.
Important words coming through from the coaching booth of GE to try to save their map pick here. Yes, you can say it's a BO5.
Yeah, confusing
but
team. It's
starting off
literally
with
just them
BO5,
getting used to the
losing your
stage, I
map pick
promise
to
you.
in-form looking PRX.
It'll be a mix of nerves. It'll be a
It's gonna
mix
really
of
tough day at the office for
frustration.
GE. It feels like you've got lots of
And
time in the
then
BO5, but
it's
you
a
know,
mix
you
of
can
also
just
just...
quickly be
What do you
swept
mean we
aside
have
3-0,
no
and
sound? How am I meant to
you
play
walk
the
away
game
2
with
hours
no
later and you
sound?
go, what happened?
Am I
That's
just
the question that we're all
dueling
asking
everything?
right now. GE,
Pretty much.
they had this composition. We saw bits of it with how they want to operate around. That was another discussion that they had in the post-game press conference yesterday about how they don't seem to do well. They kind of struggle a little bit when their opponents are operating at their own pace, when they're not playing towards GE style, when GE is not able to slow them down. Clearly, right now, with all the duels that PRX are enforcing against this squad,
legit just both there, Prodigy. It's the inexperienced side of it, so people might be nervous that there's... People might be nervous that there's crowd and stuff, different setup, louder. You're in a new environment. Not sure how much people travel here, but maybe traveled like one of the first times.
That's a really quick call from PRX then. Just to quickly cancel off the initial push. Try to look for the pivot
And then,
back
dude,
into
it's just
C.
Something still on
everything that we said earlier.
Usually pretty solid. He's going to have to get at least one here. Shots give away his position. The double swing should come through. Oh, no.
God, that's a big kill. Such a great jump.
Doesn't get either. Just a little bit of damage. Davai almost caught on the timing here by Autumn, who's just going to try and push forward and take a little bit of space, actually. Takes Davai's head in that meanwhile, so GE...
Oh, boy.
I wanted to say in with a chance for retake, but it's just...
Oh, boy.
Oh, no, again. Just when you think GE is starting to come back.
Yeah, just when it looks like they have a small chance of doing something, they get absolutely wrecked.
And isn't that just how this map feels? The number of, do I even want to call them hero players?
Their spacing gets so much. Oh, they're definitely doing bad things, King. But it's just because their mind's like focused on loads of other stuff as well. Like the more you're not used to things, the more you're like not fully focusing on the game. And then you're just focusing for outside things. It's all about staying in the present, and then your mind is like in the past, in the future, on other things. But then you just forget little things, like checking corners or spacing. It is just overwhelming, that's all it is. Okay, 7. But again, it's better for GE to crumble like this than it is at Masters. This is a good thing for them. It won't feel like it, but it is. Dude, what is going on today? Do I need to just go Twitch?
Yudatan and Autumn this time as well. Having some early impact, he wants to push for more, and he gets himself the double. So that's what I'm talking about. Just try to slow things down for PaperX, get a few rounds here. Yeah, you probably have already lost this map, but at least stop PaperX from going into map 2 with oodles of momentum. Oodle.
I do like some as well in Vietnam, but apart from that, just getting that read, I think. We've been thinking about Javi and his calling, and I think this is one of those rounds where he's managed to do just that. Figure out where PaperX is trying to push.
Oh, mate, I'm going Twitch. What is this crap?
Then you get the plays going out with Yudotan and Autumn getting activated on that C site. The last one going down without a question. I think the desk was kind of talking or alluding to it a bit as well, that
one enemy remaining.
So much more of that to win out.
Sorry, chat. Double sound.
Entire series. Get that revenge match against Full Sense. They need to drag this all the way out to Ascent.
Another aggressive play here for GE. Yudotan on the aggression on this defense has been where they've been finding a lot of their success, but I wonder if PaperX can start to adapt to that. They were waiting for it, and they knew eventually GE would come again. And unfortunately for GE, that is the last roll of
they
the
got
dice
annihilated.
for that one. 13 to 6.
Okay, let's see if it's just like a mental reset instantly as well, though, because they got stomped and they got, in theory, at least 2 maps.
Up a storm.
Yeah.
It's just the first map, and they didn't even let GE get towards at least halfway. 6 is just thereabouts. But when they're operating at this form, I mean, how can you
Reset the rules? Brad, it's just YouTube, man, I promise you.
But no answer. It's just plays from Defy, from Jing, from
They're kind of easy, yeah. GE are crumbling, and PaperX there. It's some of the most disciplined I've seen them play with, really. Especially if you look at like the first 6 rounds or so. They had so much discipline here in comparison to normal. And then they're just fighting together. It's just an experience thing.
It's just a symptom, I think, of a greater problem at the moment where GE just feel like they're not at 100% today. And if you want to beat PaperX on a stage like this one, you probably need to be at 110%. So GE, I know they've got better in them. So they need to find a way to get to that level that we saw from them earlier on in the playoffs. Otherwise, it's going to be a quick day for PaperX. But luckily, they've got 2 maps in the back pocket to do that still.
Definitely. Just get those reps in. You want to look pretty good going out towards Masters London as well. So let's see a lot more of that. But for now, we'll toss it down over onto an interview or the desk.
Vâng ạ, rất kính chào các bạn rất thân mến. Bên cạnh tôi là thuyền trưởng của PRX, huấn luyện viên Alex. Và hãy cùng nghe xem những chia sẻ của huấn luyện viên Alex về cái màn trình diễn thật sự là hủy diệt ở trong map thi đấu vừa rồi là như thế nào. So coach, that was really crushing. That's the word. Everybody was on point. So walk us through the confidence of the team.
I think we just tried to learn from past mistakes. I think we made sure that we come into this game, like you said, confident. You know, I think we had a good talk last night, made sure that everyone got good sleep, and I think that helps a lot.
chúng tôi đã học hỏi những cái sai lầm từ trong quá khứ. Chúng tôi đã có những cuộc nói chuyện rất là hiệu quả trong buổi tối ngày hôm qua. Chúng tôi đã thể hiện điều đó ở trên sân khấu trong cái buổi chiều ngày hôm nay. Thank you, coach. See you in map 2. Thank you.
Right, chat. A little bit. Superman Gamer with the Prime.
Yeah,
Appreciate
good
using your
sleep
Prime on me,
and,
man. Thank you for that.
Confidence, that seems to be the formula for success here for PaperX, and it seems to be working here.
Yeah.
PaperX just doing PaperX things once more.
I mean, it makes it sound so simple. I'm not this good after just one night of good sleep.
I get a lot of good sleep. I am never done this.
I wish coaching was this easy for me the whole time. I mean, this team are just unbelievable. They go from strength to strength. They've not missed a beat here on the stage, but on the flip side, Maji, once again, it's a slow start. We need to see them warm up on this stage and really bring their best self. Otherwise, the series might get out of hand.
I mean, this is the double-edged sword of GE, really, is they have all these ideas, they have adjustments game to game. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't, unfortunately. And it is difficult when you're picking Haven into PaperX. They get to play this defensive-sided comp. They've got the Phoenix, they've got the Chamber, but those aren't even the agents that you necessarily needed to be worried about. It was more so Forsaken. Great game from him. He's just kind of been okay on controller for the most part, but this is finally like another one of those big games on the Omen where you can tell he's really feeling himself, and something, of course, continues to deliver in fine form as well.
Well, this is Forsaken in his, in his element. This is Forsaken in front of a crowd, and he is in the lower bracket. This is him at his most dangerous. So I think here, PaperX, they have to be feeling good about this one, and they have to be feeling good about this series. By the way, we do have a special guest here on the desk. We have Jovi from RRQ joining us. Woo! Of course, this is kind of personal for you because on the side of Global Esports, we have Frost, and you worked with him for quite a long while last year. It's a very, very memorable partnership. So what did you think of that map?
It was a little rough, I'm not gonna lie. I think
a little
rough, but
rough, yeah.
it's map 1. It is a BO5, so
Right.
they do have a little bit more time. But it is PaperX, so every round does count. So I mean, they need to start winning a few more.
Yeah.
They really want to keep going.
Definitely, definitely. I think that, here on the side of Global Esports, they need to be able to shake this off.
Yeah.
Like, it never happened, and you're going into another map 1, right? Starting from 0. And that confidence that needs to come out from Global Esports, that's exactly what they need to find coming into the second map.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I need to see them wake up, man. I need to see them settle in. Because when this team is at their ceiling, they're an incredible team. They've not qualified for no reason. They're good enough. They've just got to find a way to bring it out on the stage. So, Jovi, if you're backstage right now, if you're working with Frost again, you're in those back rooms, what are you saying to the boys here?
It's a warm-up scrim at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right? You just take this one as a warm-up scrim, you take it in the chin, you wake up, and you already see how hard they're hitting. Now you got to start hitting back is the main thing. So just start going little by little.
What did you think of the comp adjustment coming into this game? Because I've kind of said this all season about GE. They love to change up the comps. They love to catch their opponents off guard. Can be a double-edged sword in Valorant. Like, is it hard to bed these comps in game to game with the players, especially if you only have a tight turnaround? I mean, it's been a while since they played Haven, but if things don't go well, or maybe PaperX is causing a couple more problems, is it hard to kind of get things rolling with the comp, or how have you found it?
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, if you're not really practicing it enough, you're not going to see many scenarios and things like that. And also the skill of PaperX, they're going to come out swinging, right? Yeah. But I totally see the vision of coming behind with the ISO, with the Vice to try to slow them down.
Right.
Especially the ISO wall, right, to stop the chamber and the jet ops.
Right.
So I can see the vision. Yeah. But it wasn't executed as well as they probably hoped.
So you think they picked it into them knowing they'd start attack side first, and they're trying to break a lot of the chamber stuff and things like that, right?
100%.
Yeah, however, it's PaperX, right? And you saw it, before any util could come in, they're just shooting heads already. Yeah. Do you think we're in for more surprises here in this best of 5?
100%. Knowing Frost, he definitely had.
Okay.
He had comps prepped for this. He's waiting for this moment, even though they played, I think, four times now.
Yeah,
I think
this is the
5.
fifth.
Yeah, this is the 5th.
5 times. Okay. Definitely has things prepped. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see something out of the blue.
Yeah, okay. That looks really, really promising. That's a little bit of a teaser. But of course, when we talk about all of these players, right, we look at the ones that really did pop off. Autumn was hitting a lot of amazing shots, and Envy definitely putting up the numbers as well.
Yeah, I mean, just everyone across the board on this PaperX team is impossibly sharp. You never know who's going to be the guy to take over the server, because all 5 of them have been able to do it. On the flip side for GE, Autumn once again having a good performance, because we know he's used to these big stages from that CN region, but we're not seeing the rest of the team really get themselves comfortable. I do think they're still in that adjustment period. Don't get me wrong, now is the right time for it. You're getting it out before London, but I'd love to see a map where some of these lesser experienced players start to pop.
How is it playing against this comp when you have to run into like, you know, Phoenix, Chamber on Haven? Like, how do you deal with that? Is it annoying to play against? Because I can only imagine, like, you never really know what the setup is, where the Chamber is. You know, they're very flexible with what they want to do.
Yeah, no, definitely. Especially when they're on defense, you really got to see what they do on A to really have like a total understanding. Are they setting up the Chamber on the short? Are they trying to fight the A? If they're not doing that, maybe the Chamber can be towards C, so you like caution it a little bit. So the start of round, the comms have to be on point of what they're doing to really have an idea. And then on attack, you just can't let this Chamber walk and get free kills. Like, that's like the main thing. And not let the Phoenix farm orbs. Like, that's like the double-edged thing about it.
I mean, I think like when it comes down to these players, they definitely, sure there's a little bit of that composition there, but there was a lot of like, you know, I saw Patman getting really, really egoistic about some of the plays that he had. He was like, I really want to take this guy down.
That guy just sends it, but it's impossible when the Omen on the other side is putting together rounds like this. You know, we haven't seen the best Forsaken this stage. We know how brilliant he can be, but he settled into this sort of role player smokes role. But this was the kind of vintage game from him. This is the guy who we know can be an international MVP, and he's just proving that form.
Well, that's the thing. The Omen can definitely be a playmaker. So if your Omen is feeling it, and we've even seen it from Patman on this map where he's just gone ballistic. So unfortunately this time it was Forsaken's turn, but for Pat, we'll see if he can pick up the performance, because he has been the key against PRX for a lot of the other games they've played against each other.
Yeah, Forsaken's he's a late game kind of player, you know? Like, wait for me in the later half of the stages when we get to the big stage. That's when I'm really going to pop off. And I think for GE, you have Patman as that player, but it seems to be a little unstable. So I'm wondering how they're going to balance that kind of confidence and all those emotions as they come into map number 2. Lotus, another 3-side map. What are your thoughts?
Oh man, they got to keep their composure. If GE can keep their composure a little bit and just play a little bit more together, I think it's going to be a little bit easier on their end. You just can't be giving PRX those one-on-one fights, those like, that's what they want. That's where they thrive. Don't give them a chance. Don't play into their chaos. Don't play into their tempo.
Yeah.
Try to compose yourself and play how you want to play.
Yeah, I think that like Patman mentioned that the key to winning against PRX that one time was that he had to meet the aggression where it was. He had to say, nope, you're not dominating this side. I am here.
Hello, everyone.
I'm going to stop you right
Go,
here.
Visa.
So I think that they have to find that in them to be able to solve this problem that is PRX, right? But of course, it's a big match here. So I want to see what the coaches have to say. I believe we have Frost standing by here.
Oh.
So let's send it down to the stage.
Excited for this one.
You're excited.
Fun. Dude, Ascent Pacific, man. What happened there? Used to never do this stuff. Gexy, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 15 months. Thank you, thank you. The interview, yeah, didn't really work out. About to see Frost. I mean, imagine he's pretty angry with it all.
장점이라고 하면은 저는 이 마우스를 사용했을 때 양손잡이고 또 어느 그립의 사용자들은
Looking forward to a week in UK. You talk about Masters? I'm excited, man. A lot of the teams, that like people or know people in are going. That's pretty fun.
정확도 그런 거에서 굉장히 뛰어난 성능을 보여준다고 말씀드리고 싶습니다.
RQ were in the venue today. They had a meet and greet. Oh, okay. That's why they're there as well. Beamed him for a Greg's. Did quite a lot of that stuff, to be honest, Bacon. Dude, we don't have McDonald's here, man. That's the main one, I saw. Not that I'm a fiend for it, but don't mind it, man. Every so often. It's so easy. Nando's. Miss Nando's. I think Minnie looks like Ed Sheeran. Because he's ginger? I mean, sure. It's gonna wind him up, I'm in for it. No, they have KFC here, Bacon. That's how.
Red Bull gives you wings.
It's the only one we got.
Nâng tầm từng trải nghiệm. Thành công được tôn vinh tỏa sáng, ghi dấu sự kiện hoàn mỹ. Sky Ho nâng tầm trải nghiệm trong từng
Wait,
khoảnh
really,
khắc.
Bacon? Did it so good, man.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Welcome back to VCT Pacific live from Ho Chi Minh. We just saw PRX take map number 1 with relative ease, but this is a best of 5. We still have a long way to go. Mika Fabs here on the desk with Pilski Big Time and Jovi as our special guest today. He has a very beloved relationship with
You have
Cross
KFC here, but not McDonald's.
What's it like,
Yeah,
seeing,
it's
a team that your former
it's too
cohort is
expensive
coaching
for
and, like, are you
McDonald's,
stressed
basically.
outside of global esports?
Oh, 100%.
I think they don't
I
want to
wanna
be
see them succeed.
quoted
I
by
wanna see
like
this team succeed. They've been working really hard, so
of being like, oh,
wanna see
it's
them win.
£10
Let's see
for
how
this
he's
meal
feeling.
or
Let's send it
whatever,
down to the stage for an interview with Frost.
or 6 chicken nuggets cost £15 or whatever. Did I
Vâng ạ,
want
xin kính
that?
chào các bạn, giờ này bên cạnh
It's
tôi là
meant to
huấn
be
luyện viên
cheap,
Frost,
right?
tiền
It's
trưởng
just
của
too
Global
expensive
Esports.
out here.
Cùng xem là Frost sẽ cần phải có những thay đổi gì, hay là fan hâm mộ của GE hãy cứ tiếp tục tin tưởng. So coach, looks like they're not gonna slow down. Are we? Do we need any
We have
changes,
knockoff
or
ones.
are the fans gonna just trust the process?
It's not as good.
No, we definitely have to trust. First half, we lost a lot of close rounds. If we win them, it's probably 6-6 score. Second half, we had a round where we had 2 pushing down C, and for some reason, my 3 on the other side decided to lurk also, so I had 5 people lurking instead of 2. So it's just like, oh man, it's these small mistakes you can't make with this team because they'll just punish you. It's tough.
Yeah, tất cả những gì chúng tôi cần đó chỉ là
Yeah,
tin tưởng
I mean, that was the round where they had,
vừa rồi thì có rất là nhiều những cái sai lầm. Chúng tôi đã
where they had 4 flanking.
6 đều sau khi mà first half kết thúc và đã có một tình huống mà chúng tôi đã có tới 5 người đi lurk và để ra rất nhiều khoảng trống cho phía của PRX. Vậy nên chúng tôi sẽ cần phải sửa chữa điều đó ở tại map thi đấu thứ 2. Thank you coach and wish you the best in map 2.
Yes sir.
Well, hopefully those small mistakes don't pile up here on Lotus. This is our second map.
Have you
What
seen
are
the
we
PRX
expecting
vlog
here?
after they lose to Gen G? Nah, I haven't seen that. I haven't really, well, first of all, I haven't really had time, but I don't really watch too many vlog stuff from teams. Unless they get a little controversial, I'll watch that T1 obviously, but I watch more podcasts if I can. Like the C9 podcast is like the main thing that I try to watch just because I find it pretty interesting.
Definitely not going to be playing a Neon. They're just trusting that double duelist comp, Jet Rays with the Sky. I don't think PRX need to change up anything. They are very solid on this map. This puts the onus on
You like the
GE,
drama
who have
stuff?
already played
I like
two
the
different comps on
I
this
like
map,
when
and
teams put in the stuff that
What are we seeing here from GE?
doesn't necessarily make them look good because it's more realistic, I would say. Whereas like the vlogs and stuff is more normally just to like build the personality of the players, get them popular and stuff like that.
Crazy. Wait, hold on.
They go triple 70 comp? Oh, they do the G-Like comp. They still the G-Like comp. Against PRX, the problem is the G-Like comp on attack spam C hits. And all you gotta do, well I say all you gotta do, you gotta fight, aggro against it, and PRX surely will fight them. Psych in the YouTube chat. Of course, mate. I would never. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, thank you.
Or just good luck, have fun next map.
I don't know, I'm feeling kind of nervous about this, but I do want to see how this plays out. Let's step into Lotus, over to Elfish and to Quack.
Man, I don't know why they do this to me, Quack.
Why is G-Like getting credit for this? Didn't they play it in 2024?
Look, Joby seems to be pretty impressed.
They played it for like 2 years.
To me, this seems like madness. It does. But I want to say, let them cook. These guys.
It's M80 comp.
They know what they
It wasn't
know.
M80 double Senti. This is triple Senti.
That's where they can operate, having their own pace, go with it. But you really need the strongest start possible. Going into attack without a duelist, I don't know.
You say let them cook. These are the guys that made you baked beans on toast for the entree on map 1 with that composition, and it's reminding me a little bit of what Morgan eats on the buffet breakfast, which is such a letdown, I have to say, from his perspective. But either way,
M80's always been double? Wait, triple? Wait, really? I thought M80 was always the double Senti.
And I hope this
with the dead lock.
I want to see a good series here between GE and PRX, but so far, I don't have a lot of confidence.
Oh,
at
either
the
way, they're
moment
playing the
in
triple
GE.
senti comp.
They're gonna have to change my
GE on defense. We've got PRX on attack.
With this
It's good on. It's good on defense. It's good on attack. It's a good comp. Is it hard to play? I think so. Is it very one-dimensional? I think so also.
Off of it, but PRX hang back with the range that they have. It's just going to be GE to try to build up on towards out points for now. Only one to maybe hold off the B side would be Javi, but he does have a trip supporting.
Yeah, it's going to have to be this first half that looks good for GE. They are on the defense now, so they're going to have to maximize Autumn. Jordan caught out, but he does very well to get himself the wonderful one.
Yeah, he did good to get the one, really.
So entry
Is in the trade.
will be denied. For now.
Keep an eye on that space over towards A.
This being a chaos map, 3 sites after all, is another thing where PRX loves to play around.
It's one-dimensional. I mean, it can only spam C on attack.
The walls coming in, rot the clock quite a bit, and have some information off of that as well. Oh, Pat has to stay on.
I kind of wonder at a certain point, though, does it really matter as PRX send a couple of players over the top of those walls? Maybe they're not going to be too concerned, but we'll see how that plays out.
30 seconds left.
Into this game. Here's the push now on to A. Crystal pushed away, but Patman standing and delivering just for the one. Crystal now needs to put something together and can't do
It's a
it.
big 2v2.
A side taken.
Now a lot of space off of it as well. So you can just continue to hold down the lines. Maybe you push all the way up through.
You can spam B now with the new Sage wall. Oh yeah, it might. Yeah, you might be right actually.
How silent you're gonna be.
Dude, I keep forgetting about the new Sage wall. Sage is actually strong on this map with the new Sage. The B spams are good with Sage.
Just a contact play, timing looking great here for something.
Just
and
gotta.
providing a
Oh, he ran early.
Something usually so clean on the pistol, whipping a couple of shots, whipping a lot of shots. But it's okay because Indy is there for a triple in the round and PRX
Defies cracking up.
another pistol.
Which again just doesn't really bode
Yeah, I mean they won the pistol. It's all good.
I mean already the idea kind of looks fun and pretty good against PRX. But with PRX are just still.
Yeah, for people wondering what the crew G2 game is looking like, imagine that something duel there, but every other round. I don't know what happened in this game.
Yeah, not happy with himself, but I think happy with the result. So, job done.
Yeah, good to go. Back over onto trying to slow down the pace of this map as much as possible. Maybe playing a long game with Crystal's.
It's always Lotus, it seems.
He's already halfway through towards that annihilation. Another discussion would possibly be Pat, the instrumental player for GE. Stop. But right now he's not always getting activated. The 4 push.
Genuinely can't believe the comp I'm looking at. Dude, the comp's not bad.
Up inside of C.
It's just
Patman kind of,
well,
sorry, not Patman, I should say something.
no, it's not
around
bad.
over towards
It's
A.
not bad.
Now Forsaken spotting the info that is going to be required. It's going to bring something across to get that backstab through. It is being watched.
If you're a Sentinels fan, you definitely can't flame this comp. Just saying that much. Guys got annihilated by this at channels.
Hard place. They've got nowhere to go. Okay. They just have to try to fight their way into at least some damage, which is not really occurring at this point. It was a good effort, but 2-0 the score here. PRX getting underway on map 2 in a very similar fashion to what they did on map 1.
Yeah, buddy. PRX just continuing to min-max that economy. And again, that's possibly going to allow them to stabilize throughout round after round. Meanwhile for GE, I want to say at least they get some points. They get 1 gun away, although it wasn't a big gun. It almost doesn't matter. You think about what Pat mentioned yesterday in the post-conference as well.
All right, let's see. Big buy round for GE. What do they got on this one?
Way too upset the initial loss, so you
Tenses at the back. What the hell? So they plan to leave site.
Try to set up those walls once more.
Passive all over towards B so that we can pinch over towards C. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So there's a couple of rounds where GE maybe, or at least PRX maybe could be breaking that amidst the util.
Pat is close by, still has the haunt, and at the same time, Crystal, excuse me, does have the barrier match to really slow things down, allow for the rotation.
They wall the right side and go on top. Yeah, the C hit is. Oh my god, that's a great shot, man. The C hit is deadlock Uto here, wall here, go on top, wrap around. At the same time, you kind of pinch them from this angle, like on top of the wall.
Spike planted.
You have to fight Mound against it, but also has a good amount of util to.
Just the 1-for-1. Something has got to make sure that he does not fall here, because that could really bring this round back into an awkward position.
Okay.
Available, and there is Devi able to strike. So it was better late than never.
Oh god, they're gonna get so flamed. The thing that's funny is if they get wrecked here, they're gonna get so flamed for this comp, aren't they? But honestly, with how they're playing, I feel like no matter what the comp is, they're just gonna lose.
It's just a little bit
Pistol into a bonus.
weird of a round,
They're in
really,
trouble.
for PaperX, isn't it?
It feels that way. It really does. But this is just the most PaperX thing. Starting off against the back foot, they might have gone down to the opening picks. But for all of GE's
It's a best of 5. It is a best of 5,
it
yeah.
doesn't matter if something just swings, takes down Crystal, and then the rest of them just to play around the spike.
it's rough, man.
Tools, always the 1v1s. Jovi just talked about it. Big Time just talked about it. Let's not see that too much. Now they've got to play tighter, play together. After this round, though, you don't imagine it's going to be too much. They're just trying to clash against PaperX.
They want to go aggro A.
Oh, okay.
Dude, honestly, fair play. There's a gun down here as well. I'm not sure about this whole aggro A with a team that can't. Well, I guess the Omen could TP, but surely you got to open door. At least they'll fight together. It's something that they've been struggling at a little bit.
Possible, but locations as well. I mean, the main thing I'm thinking of is this one gun robbed away. Yukon has it. Potential res. He goes down. No, this is done. Crystal has an ult, I know, but...
Are you sure? 3 on 4. Maybe GE can still try to make something happen.
Oh, last bullet. What the hell?
With the fade away onto Devi.
Oi, he's absolutely owned them.
Showstopper will be neutralized.
1v3.
V trying to hold the line at this point, but I don't know that there's too much that he can do about it. Of course, Jing done.
Yeah, nicely done.
Harvey in from behind as well. GE,
They get the
just
eco
steal a round
off.
out of
They get
nowhere.
3 gun upgrades.
Oh, slap my tail and call me wrong, Jordan. Let's
Really?
see that again. I mean, I wasn't expecting Javi to be able to win out the 1v1, just trying to pick his timing around the positioning towards the back of Mound. Affords him a second, well, another gun picked up by G.
Nice shot.
But ultimately, what comes down to it is, even though Jing pulled out that showstopper, just the ult from the deadlock puts him into the coffin, and that brings all the initiative back towards the team, and you can still see what this composition can
Yeah,
do.
love the side-by-side comparison. Man. It's so good.
And hopefully more rounds with it. PaperX, though, just back at it again.
Dude, I'm telling you, this surely this can't go.
Early on in the piece, once again, a faster play from PaperX out rubble. It
Whoa.
is something in Jing that are leading the charge.
This aggro A, I think the comp can go aggro A. I'm not saying it can't, but surely you have to go tree. If you're all here, you're gonna get wrecked. Deep smoke Omen flash, you're done.
Are fighting, but they are not winning.
They are just bruised up right now. I mean, I'm trying to think, like, how could you possibly slow this down that much further? Maybe a
How
big
did GE
well-timed
look
grab
form-wise? Right now? I mean, this
really
is
seen PaperX
week
play
3, week 4 GE, man.
kind of
They
felt
look
it
done.
once back in that playoffs game. But at this point, PaperX just continues to want to run it down A or C perhaps at some point. It's just difficult. I think
The deadlock nade and Omen flash should stop them. It's not about stopping this. It's about where you are and where you can get to. You are no matter what here, and that's it. Like sure, you can stop some of them, not all of them, by the way, getting over towards rubble, which isn't good enough anyway. But then you just can't.
Shortly, is it happening right now?
You have to go door. Like surely you have to go door.
because if not, I mean, PaperX
You're
is
always
just
going to be on the
run
left
the same
only.
thing. I mean, the round there is just dropped, and instantly you have both.
And then you
duelists
immediately
shoving it
lose
all the way up.
because
One out towards stairs,
your
all
crosshair,
towards A side,
like
meanwhile
this
it's
isn't a 50-50
another
duel.
duelist out towards A.
When you can be here and here swinging against this, like you're gonna lose that.
Cypher with the
You have to look at 2 different angles. They could even TP here. Could be 3 different angles. And this crosshair only has to be here. So you'd smoke this off.
Meanwhile, something's just peeking around.
You got an open door, man. I'm so sure of it.
Have to take that space. Another staging ground for Paper X for their next offense.
Would it be, though, then for G to shift towards something more retake-centric? Pat picking up an alt orb or a kill. Could be Nightfall, could be big.
Could be something in this one for GE if they get the right timing on the push. There's 2 players waiting for it, but that's 2
Ooh, that's nice.
waiting for Harvey. And GE are back in a big way for round number 6.
Here. Massive skirmish out for semi-high-low, and now you're wondering about the other choke points in towards Link, and it's Crystal.
An Envy. Try to put this one together. It's a decent start. Cost a bit of HP on Envy, but they are.
Guys, it's a 2v5 at its peak. We've got a big 1v1 coming up over towards A. It's now a 2v2.
As it's now back down to just
Envy has all util, by the way.
Paranoia pushing through, but Envy can still see, and he will buy some time for Jing to recover for a third. No, GE. No, not like this. A 2v1 now for Autumn to try and put it together,
a
but
2v5 at its peak and they just lost. It's just, they're going to get 3-0'd.
Ache for this team. On paper, everything should be theirs.
How can you let that round slip?
They had the numbers. But that's, again, what Paper X intends
Dude,
to
Envy's
do.
not even having to use any util.
Down to the 1v1s. G needed to set up. They were trying to set up the best possible time to retake. Go off of the flash on the Omen altogether. Sharp shots are sharp shots, but Paper X has them too. And as soon as you try to step back in the baby door, Paper X greets you right around the corner.
Okay, hold up.
Again, 4-1 in towards A site.
Back to the opening door though, it gives me a little bit of hope.
Just yet for GE, I think they need it. But I suppose they don't have much in this round to really work with, so might not get too much value out of it coming into round 7. They're looking a bit rattled on the stage, I have to say.
Really want to look to the coaching, but it doesn't feel as though you have the opportunity to do that. Jing's still holding into position. That's going to be a gun
it's
now.
a free sight.
Paper X has the C site. I mean, these 2 teams, you think about it again. Paper X, the initial pioneers of the double duelist. GE now playing something that looks batshit crazy. Triple Sentinel.
I mean, you can get points for doing something a bit different, Quack, but it's got to work. And so far it's not. Map 1, it didn't work. Map 2, it's also not working here for GE. So I'm not convinced, certainly. Forsaken doesn't know how close he is to a bullet in the side of the head. Harvey actually does get Forsaken. GE have been more competitive in these weird rounds than anywhere else. But now it's on the shoulders of Autumn solo again against 2. He couldn't do it in the last round, and he is really waiting down the clock here. Catches something. I think he's timed himself out of this round. Davai waiting and gets the freebie in the back of the head. So Paper X
let's see what the Byron's got.
And yeah, points for trying something different here as GE, but they're just not showing up on stage today.
Always have that one, Davai. But yeah, for whatever reason, you know, you have to think some kind of a mental thing as well out to these duels. But when Paper X are just feeling that fiery, that relentless, round after round, every single corner peaked. There's a player just right around.
Oh
it's
boy.
one of those things. It's very hard to quantify, but that's
Show me the coach cam, surely.
Let's play
All these
against
guys
this
are
team.
mad.
This is what happens.
Need to get a coach cam here, surely. Come on. I need to see.
There we go.
There we go. I mean, cannot be happy sitting in that chair right now.
How do you feel about GE constantly changing comps? I mean, it's just how Frost views the game.
You can't be losing a
It
like
in an ideal world,
it's
it's a good idea. But in reality, when a team's already like a little uncomfy, it probably is going to overwhelm them more.
How often do you see that happen?
But I don't think it's like a bad thing if you have the right players.
It would mean so much to the team right now on the stage to just take one round, get fired up, get going. I want to see rage. I want to see Pat back in that form, back with that slight ego, want to take down your X team.
Come on. Show us something on the stage today, please.
A big TP for Forsaken has a lot of information now. They're trying to get a couple of pot shots through, but GE with an intention to go with a TikTok wall. Or not.
Does limit your development. Yeah, you're always going to be a lot more inconsistent.
Who has been pretty good at finding openers in this series so far. Trouble has been that GE, while they've got a couple of openers, while they've had some advantages in rounds, oftentimes have actually let those advantages slip. The conversion rate has not been good, but here's another chance to improve upon it.
Big ult as well.
Keep down Frost loves Termi. Look how similar they are. They keep changing comps. Yeah, but Frost keeps changing comps. Termi keeps changing players, man. It's a little different.
Something brings it back to a 4v4. You've now got the B side, and you've got all that information off the back of the Seekers as well. Flag goes down. Nightfall.
Like, I agree, they both have an addiction, but they're both addicted to different things.
Okay about things, and Devi again is on the late lurk. He's on the flank. He's been doing that all game long. Paranoia, not a problem. Something covering things off. Envy eventually does fall, but time is of the essence now for GE.
Ooh, what a duel that is. Ozzy won that. And he jump spots and saw him. Yeah, he jump spot and saw him on radar.
Unitan coming alive when it's needed the most. Can they get the better of something and get that defuse? It's all good.
Okay. They double him up.
Have a round.
And
it was all from an individual, but they have a round.
The ice to Jing's fire. I mean, this guy is another one of those original duelists for the team. Known to be a Raze. His name literally meaning homing missile.
I think starting in groups will benefit or harm GE now. They need starting groups, man.
Comes back in, swings on a swivel.
Look at, like, they need this and they need starting groups. They're just they got some inexperienced players.
This is exactly what they've been needing. Just the mental composure, have that trust, get in with the flashes and push it for the retake. Doesn't matter what PRX has.
Yeah, they need more though. They need another round here, Crack. It can't just be a one and done.
It feels like they should be able to. PRX doesn't have the guns right now. They only have positioning around A, and it's the same wall again. They're going to be thinking about Yudotan possibly pacing through. It's tree, but something has an entry.
Yeah, something out of nowhere. He'll be shut down before it gets too exciting for PRX. Now
no, the gap in the wall. Oh boy.
Just as GE start to look alive again now,
big kill.
It's very much hanging in the balance. Auto
big kill.
Strong. Can't quite hold the line. Jing half HP below that, in fact, and it's Crystal in another clutch.
He has an ult.
It even going to be required. Only a couple of bullets away from death. It's slowed down now. Jing off the side. He's going to take a risk. I like
he's
this.
He's going to wrap around.
Crystal will not find him.
Just roll off the back. But he's going to trust in the ult.
Jing's going to walk in behind him and shoot him in the back of the head. Crystal's got no idea.
Holy, he's absolutely owned him.
Another one for PRX. And GE, they just cannot get any momentum in this series at all.
GE getting wrecked, man.
I'm telling you,
the
number just
some of the rounds they're losing are mad.
He had everything
gap in the wall.
To work with.
Gets 2 shots
PRX
in the side.
Has absolutely none. Just the sheriffs. And Devi somehow finds another multi-kill. For all of Autumn's efforts, down to the last, GE seems to have lost composure right at this juncture.
You can see even on the player cams, like, it's not even a big deal for PRX. Jing's not getting too excited about that. Just a cursory fist bump, you know, but I think PRX know that they are.
Rosters mentions that his players complain a lot about not being comfortable on different comps and agents. Says he needs Forsaken. Yeah, but then surely you don't. That's like, that's the same as like trying to force Karen on Senti and be like, hey man, be Meteor, even though he's the best Smokes player. Like sometimes you just gotta play what you have with your team.
They're supposed to be cashing in on this composition, and unfortunately they're not getting the payout that they want.
Theory can only do so much.
I will say this is one way to. Dude, look at that. Look at the start comparison side by side of the coaches. I mean, this is one way to get him used to.
Right now,
get him used to it, I guess. But, I mean, they're uncomfortable already because they're on stage. Different environment.
And a core that's been together for so many years, you're not expected to.
The crowd seems so much louder than when they play in Pacific.
You have to take this as a learning experience going forward. Hopefully they can learn.
Where did he say this anyways? It's like a
so far we're just not seeing it.
podcast thing.
PRX another double entry. There's really nothing to be done here for GE at all, and PaperX are running rings around them.
I mean, what's the lesson here, Jordan? Flawless from PaperX. And these guys, well, they just show up against GE like school on a Saturday, which is today's day. No class. Just push them down. Instant shots through the smoke, something.
Yeah, I mean, I'll pick it up. I'll pick up what you're putting down. I would say, actually, though, that PaperX looking all class at the moment. They are just on point. They are delivering the level that you would expect.
This is so much disrespect.
Yeah. No escape.
Next round again.
But, you know, if you can get away with it, then, yeah, disrespect away.
That's the game. Don't hate the player.
PaperX looks so confident. I mean, yeah. I mean, look at some of the rounds they're winning, man. That 2v5 is insane.
Trying to play more defensive positions. Multiple trips all the way towards the A site. And Javi to maybe try to play towards the off angle from Baby Door, but that's information to PaperX now. First time that we have a slow round in this first half now. Just for PaperX to run circles around. We're back into B.
Do you know what would be fun? When, if GE managed to play Gili in London, and then we get the same comp against the same comp against 6 Sentis. 6 Sentis, no duelists. That could be a banger.
Out of GE, and they have. It's Yutatan pushing his way forward. Devi will spot that out. He himself will be pushed away. 40 seconds on the clock here. PaperX are going to have to lock in for something soon. Well, it's Jing with the showstopper. It's not going to find anything just yet. He goes through the cage. Autumn, that's a really bold move when you know the showstopper has been pulled. Crystal, only a 1-for-1 again. The A site cracked open without too much drama here for PaperX.
At least though, Avi has the flash, wants to go fast.
Straight through it. Yutatan
Good
gets
flash
himself
from
one.
Invi.
It's not quite going to be enough. Harvey's position
Good
noted as well.
reposition from him.
Spotting him around the corner and something.
God, any kind of like
blocking in onto Batman as well.
3v3
What can you say about
or any
these
kind of
rounds,
round that
but
is like a little
it is a
close, let's
demolition.
get wrecked.
Just blown to pieces. The showstopper. You applaud the boldness, the courage to even try and go for it.
Yeah, I don't
This
hate
one,
it.
yeah,
I
they
think
just
you
team
kinda have
fight
to be
so
taking
well.
some risks now as GE, because playing standard clearly is not working for
Like
them.
the
They've gotta
trades,
try
they're always
something
good.
different.
Flashes
Throw
are
a
good
Fox
here,
among
make sure the
them
trade's
now,
good
throw
again.
a spanner in the works, see if you can find a way to unsettle PaperX, but the thing is, like, now it seems like PaperX are just so far ahead. They're riding so far on that wave of momentum.
Just spear tackling them through and through. Now it's Devi out with an Otis, and they're marching down C. Autumn trying to slow it down.
He's doing a pretty good job of it, actually. Autumn eventually does get brought down by Forsaken, but the reinforcements will arrive here for GE and filter their way out through the door. The PaperX pushed away. And a res as well to try and secure this final round of the half. A 9-3 would be something for GE to work with.
A 1v5 on 70 HP.
Well, for Minor Miracle in winning this round. He does have the spike that gives him opportunities.
Knows they're hot on his heels.
He's playing ring around the rosy with GE pretty nicely. He's hoping to isolate a duel here, and he's been able to do that, but down to 31 HP.
Gets one more, he has the TP. Maybe he could go somewhere. It'd be risky, but it could work. So much time to work off of as well.
I don't have a lot of faith.
Confirmation that Forsaken's still lurking around waterfall position, and that's where Javi has his crosshairs trained in.
Yeah, rotation over to A has now been cut off, so it's pretty obvious that he's going towards C. Javi already lurking his way out, and will pick up the perfect timing.
Oh, they
so
got 3.
Very good round win. At the
Is
back
it
end there
enough
for
to see the
GE.
C
It's just a
spam for a
shame
little
that
bit?
we
Maybe.
haven't seen
We'll see a bit
more
of
of
C
that throughout
spam.
this first half to kind of like allow us to sink our teeth into this game.
Mr. Sarfak, thank you so much in the YouTube chat, man. I appreciate you.
But you were absolutely right as well.
Love the
Jordan.
streams. Thank you so
fact
much.
that they needed to take those risks
One team from
and
each region that you root for.
exactly that.
I mean, PaperX definitely in
Paid off
Pacific.
in towards more control around
Dude,
the
who's the
map
team that I
for
like the most in
Vikings.
Americas?
That's the confidence.
Relatively boring, but G2 is pretty fun, man.
And after that, just knowing
Then
that it
in
would either have to be the spike or forsake another kill. It's
Lev.
GE trying to keep themselves cool, level-headed back into the game.
yeah, Lev are fun.
39 though,
Lev are fun
this
as well.
the
I kind of
second
want
half,
Honor.
you really
I
have
want
to
Honor
wonder
to do well.
how
Honor's fun because
this,
it does his set shots again.
circus of a composition would look on the attack, and they're without timeouts now. I have to
What
say
team
that
in
as
China?
well. If they don't start off
Dude, I wanted
just
FPX to
right,
do well. I liked their
PRX,
roster,
I
but
think we're thinking about a possible 3-0 now.
they're
The
getting
only
wrecked.
question mark left would be, what does the composition look like then on Ascent?
No, the real question right now is, are you a fried spring roll or a fresh spring roll guy?
Yeah, we're healthy. We go fresh.
No way, bro. I'm going fried every day.
I like lime sauces, so that's me. But
EMEA? I like a lot of EMEA teams. More for the players than
agree with me?
the teams.
So
though.
you're
Like
wrong.
everyone's going fresh.
Okay. All jokes aside, though, definitely the crowd favorites, PRX and fresh spring rolls. Maybe that's what GE will look like at the end of the map as well, completely fried. You don't want that. You do not want that. First ever deep run in Pacific playoffs.
Oh, I mean, look.
This is the dream.
Well, the dream is turning into a nightmare right now for GE. However, I think you have to say, even if they were to go out here, top 3.
You like that? You root for the players?
Really
Yeah,
not bad
I
shout
think
in the first
esports is more just like that,
So,
though.
I think we still have to kind of keep that in
You
mind. a
root
little
for
bit.
players more than
Again, GE
orcs.
obviously coming to
Feels a
today
little
wanting more
different.
than that. They want more than what they've been able to deliver so far. They've
Especially in Valorant,
only
because
won
the
over the 2
I would say because your team changes every single week. Well, every single year.
gives the opportunity back in onto
Can't exaggerate that
Crystal.
much.
Patman chiming in with one as well. It's a
Said it feels more common to root for players than.
necessarily quite gone their way. Look, happening over towards A. Patman.
Oh,
Helped out
every
by
week if you
Unipan.
C9.
But there is a flank in again. It's Devi always getting in behind.
Okay,
but
surely.
Not doing enough this time. Maybe GE can remain in the fight if they can get this pistol.
Autumn's calling A site clear. Pat can get the spike down. Set up positions around it. Devi will have to try to work off of his flash, and that should give information away. It all depends on how you kind of hold out. The spike clearly planted the safe spot for Tree.
Yeah, I think it's it makes it definitely a lot harder to be a fan of a team in Valorant than it is players.
So far in this game,
Never really
doesn't even get the
spoken
chance to
about
shoot
that,
a
I
bullet.
guess.
So
Is a
GE
thing.
holding on for the second half pistol. Same story as what we saw in the first
DS,
half. 9-3 first half.
you only
GE
change
wins
like
the
one
pistol
player
in the
per
second. They only picked
year,
up
I guess,
6
unless
rounds
you're
in the
having
game
like
over on Haven.
really bad year.
Definitely hoping to improve upon that.
Whereas this
here
is
on
just like
Lotus.
full reset every time normally.
That's just what we all want to see. Keep the dream alive. Go in. Guns blazing outside of B. Oh, but the crowd loves the reaction.
Alright.
On the coach cam.
Good news is they got a pistol, so we actually get to see a little bit of their attack.
Build up that speed.
And
Two marshals.
it is good on attack, this comp.
Trying to look for picks and
It shouldn't be. Well, you look at it, you think it shouldn't be, but
down towards C. Just trying to play off information on the flash. Not really seeing too much. but
the map's so big that you end up just having VIPs in the afterplant. Comes the Senties.
Bring them down.
GE will be slowed down a little by that dark cover. Looks like they're going to go through it anyway.
Yeah,
Devi here to
the
try and
C
hold
spam
on.
begins. They didn't use their util properly on this one though.
Starting to get a
They're
little
trying to
bit
cut
worried
some
for
corners.
GE that maybe PRX can put something together. How did something get multiple shots off there? And now Jin coming into play as well. That's the spike drop.
Probably should have just done their normal C spam here instead of doing this, I'm not gonna lie.
He's got no idea where Autumn's coming
It's not like you're saving it, everyone knows what you're doing.
Autumn's just going to have to either find a headshot or really find the right peaks. You know, one shot, peek back over the next.
No armor for Jing. He is tucked nice.
His timing's a little unlucky there.
Decides to cross. Again, he's got no idea where Autumn is. Here's the peak. Spotted. 30 seconds for Autumn to try to work with a
It's a big miss, man. That's a big miss. Because they got 4 E codes.
They are just making no mistake at the moment as they continue to put GE in the ground.
Just give him 3rd spot, man.
And what more is there to say? You think about PRX playing to their peak form. And that's
Why did they not do
scary.
their normal util here on the C yet? It's just so... They're trying to just stick together because it's an eco, but...
No armor, but Jing just doesn't have a care in the world. It feels as though everything is starting to come crashing down. We go back into it again, and there's no mobility whatsoever. They try to sit PRX down.
Crouch grab net on the boombox.
I mean, it's just crazy. Something just does not want to go backwards, does he? He's always looking for these fights. I mean, think about Primi versus something tomorrow. If that ends up being a matchup that we get to see, Jet v Jet.
Frost, yeah, he's trying to Trying to get his third timeout, right? Smash the button, just hoping that it's bugged.
It has been a couple of years since we've seen a full Thai squad into an international. We'll stay focused for this game for now. PaperX with all the guns in the world. High-low.
Jinx making it a little bit too easy right now. Forsaken can't hold on for the double, so Spike is allowed to transition its way toward A. Not quite all the way in there, and this is where we need a
little jump bait fake with the sounds here. That's nice from Envy. Jumps out to Jink and swing. He's got 16 assists, man. It's pretty high on this guy. You don't see this kind of numbers from like a KO or something.
You can see how much Patman is
30 seconds left.
hunting for an isolated duel. He really wants to find a one.
You feel bad watching this? It's better. I'm telling you, it's way better for this to happen now than at Masters.
Through stairs, so he's thinking to check with the haunts, get the spike down, but that is what PaperX wants. Bit of timing to push through now.
Oh, has to turn away from the flash and immediately down to 21 HP. Divide just kind of toying with him at this point, and in the end, Envy wraps in behind. Again, nothing he can do there. PaperX are just playing it to perfection. The fundamentals are on point.
Just looks as though Pat's brain is going into overdrive, right? He's instantly thinking to wrap around towards the back.
What if it looks like this on Masters?
No chance.
Well, then at least you've seen it before. So you're prepared that it might happen.
I mean, that's another thing. Both teams cut from the same cloth. Just always playing Valorant with a dream. PaperX initially, people were laughing at them for the double duelists. And then they show up in this way. One Malaysian representative in Davai. Envy as the next Filipino star. GE, similar signs, but not the same level of experience, not the same level of performance. For the little team that could, to finally take
This is nice from PaperX. Early on wanted to fight over towards C. It's close to Zeta default.
They're sitting back for now. But it's
Yeah, they're fighting in the right spots.
One ways and two players outside of Mound to hold. Another one-way setup.
They will continue to try for yet another map as well if this one ends in the favor of PaperX. Remember, it is a best of 5, so GE are not done just yet. It doesn't feel like they've come online at all so far in this lower bracket final. It is 1-for-1 to start off round number 16, and GE are going to try and take some momentum from that. Prowlers forward, allows them out to Mount.
Here it is.
Think carefully, though.
Let's see it.
Big rotate from PaperX.
Stage ball close. Wall over the top. Deadlock wall.
Yes, it has. Yuratan on the hunt, looking for it. Envy is a dead man walking. But Jing again.
They change it up a wall over the top.
And there's just no answer
Not sure about that one.
for GE. Crystal's going to have to try to clutch it out. Pops
Oh wait, actually hit that. That was kind of nuts.
that wall up as well. Devi's been caught.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Speed boost.
This one done alone. Tags through.
Forcing it set.
Still has to find one of these. Come on, eventually, but it will not be this
Sure.
one.
Dude, what the hell happened there?
PaperX.
How? How is this happening? Round after round. Another big entry, big first blood. Patman fires back. You actually gain space into sight. You have the conviction to go through with Nightfall.
Just stuck so it accelerated, bro. It accelerated so fast.
A big dive. Out with Defy as well. Just down to the 1v1 where the headshot angle is the last thing you don't
Feels weird
expect.
that GE, like if you're gonna copy a comp, I don't want to hop on them too bad because they are getting wrecked individually as well. But if you're gonna copy a comp, do you not copy the stuff that is the main reason that teams try it? Like why are they not just doing the normal moves that everyone does?
Again, in the mix early on in the piece, Defy waiting for Harvey, can't quite get it done. That's Steel Garden in the mix as well. But
Guys, you're melting. You're live melting in front of me. You're a puddle on the floor, actual puddle, pure melted. There's nothing left.
And surely nothing to be done. 13 secured for PaperX, and right now
Jesus
they
Christ.
are making it look way too easy against GE.
Yeah, it's way too easy.
Just another bloodbath again. The last round. Just confusing. Trying to find any lead possible, but time and time again it gets wrangled and tossed away by PaperX.
Yeah, it's time for some real soul searching.
The tough watch, yeah, it is a tough watch.
2 maps into this lower bracket final, 1 more remaining if things continue in the fashion that they have been. So, GE have to take a break here, have to have a chat with the coaching staff, have to dig deep, have to find a way. Otherwise, this very first playoffs run they have managed to get themselves into will be over.
Might be one of the fastest best of 5s ever. Don't know what the record is, but
not a single time. Meanwhile, PRX seemingly struggled a little bit against T1 just yesterday. We do see something right back in on with a Yoru though, and he has
Santiago Grand Final. It's gonna be close to it, right?
So you never quite know. This could still be a clean sweep.
Yeah, we've got a lot of PRX fans in the crowd here today. You can see all those signs being held up,
Unido,
and they
thanks so
have
much, man.
been
Appreciate that.
given a bit of a
Thank you.
treat, but the global esports fans need something to watch as well.
If GE show like this in London, if GE play like this level in London, are they getting no wins, man? But we've seen GE play bad before, so
But we'll see whether or not things change on map 3. First though,
they've always been a low
going
floor,
down on the stage.
high ceiling team. And there's somewhere in between. And this is probably due to a lot of the changes that they like to make, like comp-wise and stuff as well.
Vậy điều gì đã thúc đẩy cái điều đó? Điều gì đã bơm thêm năng lượng để cho bên phía của PRX tiếp
A lot of variance.
Hãy cùng nghe chia sẻ của huấn luyện viên Alex. So coach, against 3 Sentinels, we still can't stop the W gaming. What pushed that? Is it Jing?
Yeah, I mean, having Jing play like 30, 25 kills is obviously going to give you against any comp is going to be good. I think we have seen the comp before, you know, so we kind of know what we need to do around it. So when we saw it today, like we had a good idea of how to play around it.
Với việc mà Jing chơi như thế rồi thì bạn chơi bộ com nào cũng sẽ có thể hoàn toàn xuyên thủng được 3 Sentinel thôi. Chúng tôi đã nhìn thấy bộ com này trước đây và chúng tôi hiểu rằng làm sao để khắc chế nó. Vâng ạ, đó là những chia sẻ của huấn luyện viên Alex. Thank you coach. See you in map 3. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, they either played them in practice or they played like G-Line.
What can you do to stop
You
3
would imagine.
Sentinels? You just PRX it. That is the answer. That is exactly what happened. It is 30-4.
They were
Uneven.
They would have played G-Line at one point within within the last year as well. Year and a bit, 2 years.
In theory, this comp should cook PRX.
In theory.
PRX don't care about your theory. They're so good. They're so
Alright, chat.
sharp.
Back in a little bit.
I feel like GE, you know, with all
Got a
of
third
the
map
planning
coming
in
up.
the world,
Might
if
be
you
the last
can't
one.
make it work on the server, then things aren't going to improve. You know, we've seen this composition in the past. We've seen the idea of triple sensing, and I think it's great on paper, but to play it in reality, especially against such a strong team like PRX, it feels impossible to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, as well as you see how the first half and second half started, you get bonus 1 as well as pistol by PRX, and then second half you see GE with a much needed pistol, they immediately get ecoed. It's just one of those games where not only are the double duelists of PRX, you know, just full force running at you, Jing's on his signature Asian, but also you have a bit of a disastrous half start in both of those halves. So even if you have all this prep, even if you have all these great plans on the gun rounds, you don't get the chance to execute them as cleanly as you would have wanted to, and then the game falls apart.
Well, you know what? Jovi hyped up the triple sentinel way too much, and we decided, you know what? Never mind. He doesn't belong here on this test. We decided to bring up Benkai to replace him. Benkai.
I'm not gonna hype it up. I'm here to clown on it, man.
all right. Let's hear you clown
GE
it.
was not fighting today on that map. They were struggling. It was GE struggling today. I thought it was me and Morgan again on that team.
Yo, that's a flashback. No, but I think you're right. I think it's just, I get the idea behind it, and I get that you're trying to upset in this best of 5, so you have to be the ones to innovate, but it didn't look well prepared. That is the, like you said, that's the flip side of trying to play a lot of these comps and try and make a lot of changes on the fly. If you're not well drilled with it, it's not going to look good on the stage when the pressure's on.
Yeah, it's definitely tough, and you can see GE also starting to crumble under all this pressure. Sure, you had map number 1 where you can just shake it off and get those nerves out of the way. This was map 2. It's starting to get real for them, and this next map coming up could be their final one. We see just how far away the stats are over here, and for PRX, they are still just smooth sailing over here.
Yeah, I think with GE really needs to get their discipline together. Like, there was that one round, the 2v5 that PRX won. PRX had no business winning that.
Yeah.
And GE just picked into them one by one. I just didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, even on the game planning, like this is a comp that should be able to win A on that defender side, and they were never able to do it, even if they're throwing all that util. And then half the time they had Crystal on his own towards A, he's tripping up backside. Like, it just doesn't seem like it's well coordinated and well put together. But ultimately, it's PRX that you're having to play against, and PRX X are so good at disrupting your timings. And I think for this GE team, they're still not looking settled on the stage, which is a worry. I mean, you know, it's a best of 5. It's a long, long day in theory, but that's only true if they can start to turn their performances around here.
Yeah, I mean, this is just classic Paper X. This comp is very flexible. They can kind of mid-round their way out of a lot of situations. MVP obviously goes over to Jing. It feels like there's less and less maps in the pool where he's going to be able to play the Raze, but Lotus is always going to be a staple from him. So I'm not surprised, despite the fact that in a couple of these last few series, we haven't seen as big of a performance from him. But as soon as he's back on that comfort role on the comfort map, he goes straight back to putting up the same numbers that you saw at the start of this stage of Pacific.
Yeah, he is just one of the best Razes in the world, and if not the best Raze in the world. And this is exactly why, when it comes to these kind of matches, he's always the one that to watch out for. He always pops off also, and he always delivers on this agent. You had Padman really trying to fight on the side of GE. However, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game just got out of their hands too quickly. You know, you spoke about it yesterday, Ben. Paper X are one of the best momentum teams in the world, right? So, I mean, if you're on the flip side, let's say you're back in GE for a second, Paper X are getting that momentum. How are you stopping it?
I mean, with all these Sentinels that GE had, I would have tried to at least play for time and just try and cut down on those entrances with the Sentinel utility. Yeah. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, I mean, look, honestly, the thing I wanted to highlight about this game is, I mean, these 2 rounds are a perfect example of what Paper X do to a team at the end of the day. This was a 4-on-5 bonus, won by Paper X, that got them a ridiculous amount of momentum in the first half, and then the clip to follow up this one is going to be a 2-on-5 that you've seen. I mean, you see vintage 2-on-5s, 2vx clutches from Paper X. It's really what they do best. You put them in a situation where they need to read the game, and they're able to do it. But I also want to, you know, highlight the comp that GE are playing. This is a duelistless comp where you need perfect spacing, because at the end of the day, you actually have a lot of guys on this team that are just a guy with a gun. You know, I've thrown all my sensor util down, but when we get into the mid-round, I'm a guy with a gun and I need to be next to my teammate, and if I'm not, I'm going to get picked apart by Paper X. And this is what you saw in this round.
And I think this is something GE in the past have been historically so good at trading each other out. We've praised their fundamentals so many times on the desk, but Paper X picked it apart here today.
Yeah, it was just, I wish we could see how this comp really would work. But unfortunately, today's just not the day. There's just too many factors in here. But now, of course, we have Ascent on the horizon. What do you think? Are we expecting anything? Any surprises there? Jovi hyped it up again, but I think I trust you now.
You trust? I mean, for GE, I wouldn't be surprised if they brought out like a funky comp. But I also wouldn't be surprised if Paper X brings out Jing on the Race for this map. Like we've done it before in the past.
Okay.
Yeah. It kind of worked, but I would value something's Yoru over the Race here, at least on Ascent.
Yeah, I mean, I think from T1 yesterday, we heard KDG speak about how they went back to that old school comp, that default comp, because they thought it could be Paper X. So I'm curious if that's a kind of angle Frost wants to take, if he wants to work that KO in there. But in my mind, knowing Frost, I think he's prepared to go weirder than the old school default comp.
I mean, we'll see what they come up with. At the end of the day, I think Paper X, in both of the games that they played on Ascent thus far, probably could have got more out of their defender's side. So, especially with the Sage Vice, I want to see that happen. I think Jing is going to be happy about his performance. I remember when they played KRX over at Champs, Jing had a big game on the Sage, but he honestly hasn't been playing that well on it. So, I think hopefully he's going to be feeling a little bit more comfort, a little bit more momentum coming off of that Raze game on Lotus, and have a bit better of a performance this time around. Because once again, you will see picked by GE, and Paper X will get to start out on the defense with the Sage Vice.
Oh my gosh, it's 13-6, 13-4. Ascent is where I need GE to come alive here. Otherwise, this could be it, and Paper X advances to the finals.
Yeah, I mean, their playoff run would come to a screeching halt. Don't get me wrong, they're still in London. Still plenty to be excited about. But this is a team that wants to win Pacific. They want that rematch against Full Sense. But you can only do that if you really start to play to your ceiling right now, because they've not shown it in this series.
Dude, if there's any time to come back, it has to be this map right now.
Yes, exactly.
Because even if
GE
they
gonna
win
play on
map,
this
I'm
one.
so scared for GE for the next map after what Paper X did on Split.
Yeah.
Yeah, against the last 2 teams that they fought against on Split, I really don't.
They're gonna
see
do
how
the
GE is
whole
on top of that.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, to be fair, GE
Res
in the
comp
past
again.
have been quite comfortable
Zombie
and good on
comp.
Split, and even in, I believe, Kickoff, they pushed Paper X very close on that map. It was an OT banger, so GE will have to rediscover some of
Play
that
for
form,
Deadlock?
but
Nah, they
their
might go
taxes,
for
you've got to win
they might
Ascent
go
to
for the
even
res
make it there,
comp,
and it will
man.
have to be some kind of
What was it?
ridiculous reverse
Phoenix,
sweep. Not only would they have to
Sage.
peak when they've looked a little bit
What was that
shambolic on the
comp,
stage
man?
so far, but
It was
also
Solar
PaperX would have to
Phoenix,
fall
wasn't it,
asleep a
or
little
something
bit, and they've
mental?
just been on today, and I don't see it
Clove.
happening.
I do wonder if
KO.
PRX, you know, what if they get a little bit complacent on this map? What if GE is able to come back from this? Because again, this could be the last map, right? GE,
Yeah, I
need
remember
to
that
know
one.
what you are planning
Dude, I
here
can't
on
believe that was
Ascent.
getting
Let's not
wins.
forget
That was
Frost
crazy.
here, he's cooked up some really weird comps on Ascent, right? Really, really strange ones.
That comp was getting wins when you
what
could
he
spam
has
the
to say
B wall as well.
about this current
Like
series,
it
so let's
should
go
be a
to
lot
him
better right now.
Xin chào các bạn, Giả Men rất là có ý tưởng để có thể kéo chậm tốc độ của W Gaming lại, nhưng Global Esports vẫn chưa làm được. Thì liệu rằng
Dude, poor Frost, man. Imagine being interviewed after that map as well.
với cả tốc độ của PaperX hay không? So coach, you try to slow them down. It's really tough. Now your back's against the wall. Are you gonna match their pace, or we still have to trust?
Okay, so I just watched us 4 rounds in a row, a fight with Triple Sensi. So at this point, I don't know what is going on. Don't ask me for questions, because that was not supposed to happen.
Điều đó không nên xảy ra. Tôi không biết có điều gì sẽ có thể xảy ra được nữa. Bây giờ tôi không nghĩ được gì cả. Tôi không trả lời được gì cả. Hãy cùng chờ đợi map thi đấu thứ 3 mà thôi. Thanks, coach.
I mean, if Frost doesn't know what's going on, what are we supposed to think?
I mean, he's
What?
saying exactly what we said. How are you losing the A fight?
He's given up. Yeah, I mean, can you blame him, man? I mean, we were talking about their A fight being weird. Because it's not even a good A fight if they're gonna A
When we
fight.
saw them beat PaperX last, there was a big hunger difference. I felt like they wanted it more. Now is the true time where they have to bring that back. If they can muster up that courage, the cojones that they showed in that series, then they'll be
Laughing
able to
through the
turn
pain,
this
yeah,
around a
pretty
little
much.
bit. But they're looking complacent and they're looking scared. Right now it looks like PaperX that wants it more, and that's what worries me for GE.
Yeah, and you just can't come into this match with that kind of mentality, you know, especially against PaperX. To them, the job is done already. They've already made it to London.
Yeah.
So right now, they're really just having fun. And whatever they get now is just a bonus to them. So
Exactly. And PaperX, they're so scary when they have
yeah, and what does GE have to do to try and like beat that mentality? You know, they're just so, I just feel like they're so afraid right now.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. It is definitely scary when you see PaperX having fun, and definitely in the sort of flow state that they usually get into in these very, very important matches. We see that each of these players also
Frost, nah,
they're
he's
just
accepted it, man.
incredibly calm as well. Like they haven't really
He's
peaked
accepted
yet.
it.
You see the side of GE, they're really struggling.
I mean, exactly. I mean, you saw the interviews this morning. Divine made it to his 14th international with this. it's routine for him at this point.
He literally looked like he rolled out of bed, which I'm sure he did, to come and play this best of 5. Either way, though, Ascent is going to have to be where the narrative changes for GE. It is
Which I'm
reverse
sure
sweep
he did.
or go out here in Pacific. Yes, the job's done. They've already upset PaperX before. He's been looking like that. He's been looking like that so far.
Borderline demonic.
I mean, that's him with the Yoro ult right now. He's gonna be mask on in this game.
What's up,
I'm really
Yampy?
looking
How
at
we
Jing
doing?
and Forsaken. No, Forsaken was phenomenal.
Congrats
in
on the
this
win
first
as well.
map of
Best
the
of luck
series
tomorrow.
on Haven on the Omen, and I think he's key to holding that A main control on defense. The Omen is a very key agent in that regard. But Jing coming off the back of that Lotus game as well, after he's had a couple of rough games on the Sage, an agent that he's played a lot in the past, not only on this map, but
So
also
easy,
on
did it?
Sunset. Those are gonna
That
be the two players that I'm looking at to be
that
heavy
split
hitters
game was
for
close, man.
PaperX. For GE, I mean, we have no idea what they're going to come out with here. I mean, we haven't
thought you
seen
guys
them
were
play
done on
Ascent
that
yet
split.
at all. It's something that they've kind of kept in their back pocket. But even if they have some tricks up their sleeve, if the players don't step up in the server, none of the theory, none of these comp changes is going to matter.
That's my worry, because it doesn't seem like the players have that same fire that they enter the stage with, right? You saw the look on Javi's face. That
Time for the big
sparkle
move
when he
here.
was walking
Dude,
out.
we've
And
seen
now into map number
we've
3,
seen the
he's
big
looking puzzled. He's
move
scratching his head. He has his
4
hand,
times.
you know, over his head, and
Twice
he's
from
looking at it.
PaperX, twice from Lev, was it? And every single time someone gets boosted, they get insta-popped.
Absolutely frying for you in scrims, and then you
The
bring
win
it out
rate
to
is
the
there.
server and you get
MIBR? Oh, it's
34.
MIBR,
It's
yeah,
hard to
that's
go,
it.
well, it doesn't matter what we do, and it's easy to get in your own head and feel like you're just not able to go toe-to-toe with them. But you are good enough if they bring it back.
Man,
It's a
I kind of want to
Sage
watch
mirror
Lev's
match.
Ascent again. Lev's Ascent was
And
so
I love
fun.
that they're bringing out the KO. We saw how well T1 were able
But it's
to
actually,
to neutralize
it's
what
actually
PaperX
pretty
were
much
bringing.
the res comp that we were saying, the
Mirror
zombie
matchup,
comp.
it is,
It's zombie
it looks
comp
like
without
we are
Clove.
getting what we asked for in
It's
this
the
matchup,
solo
but the question
Phoenix.
is,
as soon as PRX, I'm not saying PRX is gonna do it because they're not the kind of team that would do it in my opinion. But as soon as they get the Odin on short, it's done.
They don't have any agents to dive in.
A solo Phoenix should not be able to get too much on the tank. Like as soon as there's an Odin on short and you just spam that wall, every single time you think they're coming up, it should just get nothing. Because you have to split because you can't get through chokes.
You gotta keep going. Show us what you've got as we toss it on over to your casters, Elfish and Quack.
But again, I don't think PRX will be the team to try to do it. They'll just shoot him normally. But
Come in with the fantasy run into the playoffs, first time ever. And we thought, wow, this team might be able to put something together. They beat PRX in round 1. They make it all the way through this event, and then all of a sudden it starts to come.
the instant cutaway when they showed his face is pretty funny.
Dream cannot turn into a nightmare.
Surely not, but then again, you never know. Look at how many signs there are out there. PRX 3-0. By the way, if they do actually make it to the grand final, it would be the first time they face off against full sets so far this year. It hasn't happened before.
Wow, that's a big story. I think you could definitely set a few up there. Primi, maybe the best player. PRX, maybe the best team. What kind of a matchup that could be if we get there tomorrow. GE, of course, still trying to play spoiler in this best of 5, but they are down at 0-2.
Where's the game, mate? Right here.
How often do you see that happen?
Let's not forget.
All right, PRX on defense, GE on attack. Might be the last map.
PRX back then in 2023.
Might be the last map.
But for now, let's all remember as well, Frost being the OG creator of the zombie comp, the tempo comp where you have multiple lives.
PRX can go wrong.
Sage for now though.
5v5 retake.
Through middle, the smoke somewhat telling. PRX starting to think about holding out towards A short, but it's a bit late.
That made their way into tree and actually some pretty good ground here. Autumn is already taking a lot of space. Crystal pushing his way forward, a 1-for-1. Something straight down for Devi.
Pretty nice. You fan the hammer, you get a kill at the very
What are they doing on the flank here? 3 short?
A lot of information and time being held
Sure.
up as well.
Once Forsaken get his smoke, can't get a smoke of A main here, so they're gonna have trouble. Just came up.
Now that you have Pat back on the control.
Ooh, smoke and wall off A main, that's pretty nice. Wait, they trade places for Heaven? It's not the best enough to plan, but...
They haven't started with a pistol round.
Hey, nice, man. Maybe a bit of momentum.
So that's a break in
Just don't get
tradition
ecoed.
for this lower bracket final.
Something that they definitely are welcome to taking. I mean, that's, again, another theory about how this composition could work. We're seeing it in practice, which is something that we haven't seen so far today. You have the wall. That slows things down. You get some information off of it. The door kind of works as a wall as well, and you know where PRX are approaching from. So big ups to Crystal for being able to take that opening duel. We need so much more of that for the rest of this series.
100% GE,
2 marshals, 1 ghost now.
I mean, you can still see that that means a lot to them. They're still locked in for this game. They're still investing everything they can. That belief is not gone. And that's what's going to be the most important for GE. Even if we don't believe, they have to believe. Right here.
I just love that so much for this
Oops.
team. You lose a Guardian now,
Yeah, he stepped a little forward there.
try to shove it into the site, get the
I mean,
spike
something
down,
just gave them so much space, but...
We spotted multiple players outside of B, so they're not going to take too long to clear out A. Still got Batman and Autumn pushing for this flank, and, well, slim pickings for PRX in this round. Really nice.
I mean, it's nice for
NCE
GE,
go
though.
for GE.
Questionable knife, but the Phoenix ult is strong. Oops.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Big
Yeah,
Phoenix
Alice
ult on the
knows for a
bonus
second
round,
there.
surely.
I mean,
Surely.
I've just seen so many things turn on a dime like
Surely
that.
it's a pistol into a bonus
Yeah,
right
so
here.
far today.
I feel like you can't afford to make a mistake against PRX.
What did they used to do when they
This
played
one
this
not much.
comp?
At the very least.
This is
So,
split with Phoenix
again,
ult,
I'm
right?
just thinking about GE
I'm pretty sure short A. I'm trying to remember, man. It's been so long since I've seen comp run.
Perception of Pacific, you know, no offense to Big Fan.
I feel like I remember the Phoenix going up short with ult.
But they've always
They want to keep it
struggled.
simple,
This
just go
is the
B.
best form that we've seen so far. You want to believe in the dream. For them to be able to make it to the grand final. Players who have been plucked from tier 2.
Why does Devi have no vice wall?
This might be it. They will
Against the
shove it
Phoenix round.
with a
Against the Phoenix all round, he has no vice wall. What?
That's nice. Again, we talked about that on the desk. How are they going to get out onto these sites? Well, it's going to have to be the pop
Big
in.
move from Mudo.
the runner back in this case. Autumn, and it's worked out quite nicely. GE are navigating this around nicely so far. Decent contingent of weaponry, despite the fact that Forsaken's got a kill back in there. There's really not a lot for PaperX to get excited about.
Yeah, it's a little loose from PaperX. I would call it a timeout here. Considering the comp they're up against, not having a wall here is pretty criminal, especially against a Phoenix ult.
Backing out towards the A site where he should be the safest. Still though.
But like we said, GE with the bonus got the ult to make it easy.
Crystals, Recon could come back soon enough. Apart from that, however, it's just pace again. I mean, you start the first 2 rounds exactly how you need to, and then you have the ultimate, which, you know, we haven't really brought up as a point. Autumn is on to 8 kills right now. Only
Big Joel on shot. Holy.
And that's just exactly what this team needs. You go in with a full force and fury of global esports straight into the B side, and PaperX just has no answer. You can continue to bring up rounds like this, then we'll have a real conversation.
Yeah, I mean, this is really looking quite nice for GE. Autumn uses the runner back in this round, and he's already halfway there to his next one as well. It won't be long before we see that again.
Hopefully more.
Bit of a save out for PaperX here as well. Half buy coming through. Opportunity for GE to continue the pain here on Ascent.
Possibly. But then again, PaperX have somewhat of a similar composition as well. The Sage, always a big factor. Oh,
they're going to contest through the one-way, through the slow. Still going to try and take that space. Flash in, helped Forsaken out.
Forsaken did lovely shots there.
Can't get out. It's just the 2 for 2. Which
Vice will aggro over towards B. They would get the early info. They could probably just stack A here.
Strong position.
Big Joel on shot.
He's got a rifle that he can make some good work happen from. Uditan.
Very nice.
That corner, and this is where maybe it starts to fall apart a little bit for GE. The decoy.
You need this duel.
Getting the better. Crystal was spotted. Doors broken or something. What is that? Harvey just punishes him for it.
Just an uncharacteristic dive, but now spike planted and a crossfire set up across the sites.
Big crossfire indeed. That drone. The information that is required. Nobody out from tree just yet, so Crystal feeling pretty comfy to start to push his way out onto the line. Stops a bit of damage. Shock dart out, trying to slow things down. That's awkward. 1v1 now for Harvey.
This would be good for his confidence.
He's running out of time, so he's going to have to go back and try and sit that defuse for a second. Flash around the corner. Prompts another tap here. Levi cannot win this for sure. All over at this point.
Very nice. It is good for his confidence.
I
mean, it was a lower buy, but still a good round.
I held my breath for a second. Javi thankfully being able to play off of time, but Crystal on the 1v1s, he hasn't been so hot today. You kind of want that Crystal clutch to come back in this series. At least the rounds going this way.
God, this one was nuts, man.
Being able to find a recovery off of 2 initial big losses, that's the GE. That's the composure that they need to bring back to the game. I mean, just finding the right calls, finding the right plays. PaperX starting to feel a bit of nerve.
Yeah, I mean,
first time
could have called this timeout the round before, could have called it here, it's fine. They just gotta...
The way of PaperX. Also the first time that...
I mean, for sure they gotta... It's so hard for them to default and find this Vice Wall as well. So they could do an info Vice Wall. I'm a big fan of the mid one. They should be using the Sage as a similar thing, like passive wall to block off. Comp can't get up short. If you Odin. Again, I don't think they're going to Odin. But they should just be using the... I mean, they could even use the wall, the Sage wall to just do... Because again, this comp can't get through chokes. So as soon as you do the Sage wall where you can be either side of this as well, you're just going to win. Could just perma Sage wall A main if they wanted. Where do they put the Vice wall, man? They do passive Vice wall and B.
Onto this KO can be quite a threat as well. Not just in terms of information, but just that. Just stifling abilities.
At least they're trying to fight in front of it.
Yep. Bonafide A hit here for GE. Just going to try and test the defense of PaperX, which is not looking too good. Forsaken is stuck, and he's got nowhere to go. So he'll be chased down by Patman, and again, not a bad entry for GE, but PaperX with that third, or rather that second kill. bring it back to a winnable scenario here. Autumn's going to try to pick the pace up. Is he aware? Yes, he is.
Dude, Autumn,
and
man.
in the blink of an eye, that round is over.
Yeah, he's
and
annihilating
with
them.
GE up to 5-0.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Paper X setups with the comp they're playing against, for sure.
Start to look like then. I mean, they tried to shift towards a more, I guess, default-ish setup, but clearly
they
that's
had a lot
not
of
gonna
ults
work
in.
out if GE intends to play pace, intends to continue to be flexible. 7 rounds
It's a great
where they
shot.
just Phoenix burst into side, exactly what Pilsky was talking about on the decks, and you're seeing so clearly right now. The flash in, the willingness to continue to push past in towards spawn. The next round coming up.
Runner back available. Last time they had it, GE, they did hit this B site and looking in that direction again.
Starting things off slow. You're never quite sure the timeout. It could have been for Paper X to suddenly swing in for more.
I like this from GE.
Pushes.
They hold passive. They wait for something aggro. Very likely that they would go aggro against the Phoenix ult. If they wanted to push behind, they're also eco. It's also Paper X.
Enemy mod. Have to be careful. Traps set up.
Run spots 1, where of course the Phoenix is here as well off of the sound cue. So Paper X pretty determined to hold on to this B site, maintaining 3.
Trigger the wall.
Kind of allows them to take a little bit more space.
Yeah, the wall gives them a bit of space there.
The site, that's going to be the problem here for GE. Now, really taking their time about it, aren't they? Concerned, of course, about a retake or a rotate. Now, that hit coming through. Paper X, 3 on the site, looking to defend, and they are doing a pretty good job of it, but eventually they will be run down. Forsaken.
Just staring at him the whole time.
Still a 2v2 though, and something's already around the corner.
Oh yeah, something's in a pretty interesting spot here. He might not actually deny the spike retrieval. In fact, Patman just going to really secure it. 13 seconds. Covered well by Harvey. And this could be a 6th on the trot for Global Esports. Forsaken will, again, opt to try to play spoiler, but Global Esports, they feel like a completely different team here on Ascent.
And he just jumped and picked it up. Yeah, but I think they thought they were holding it.
Now cover out, TP into it as well, just to try to change the game up a little bit here for Forsaken, but he has got no idea where these
That was a nice
players
TP play.
Harvey found, but Patman
Unlucky, it was a nice try on this one.
and GE are starting to deliver as well, 6-0.
Yeah,
This is what
I would
we
I would call it another timeout here. I don't think their setups make sense for the comp they're playing against. They're playing like they're playing a comp that can get free chokes.
Sitting all the way towards the back of B side, but thankfully for GE, they did not. A few kills stolen and robbed away, but then the composure to stabilize off of the smokes and the spike getting planted. If Pat had somewhat overheated with a wild shrouded step instead of the big from the shadows TP, that could have gone south. Thankfully though, we'll continue on. Slightly more control now, but Paper X starting out with aggression, something onto the op, and he intends to pick out. That's a big info line being held, as well as for Forsaken to hold, but GE, they trudge down middle instead.
Yeah, what a brilliant call from them. There's just so much space to be had here in mid, and they're going to take it for 3. Autumn.
Oh, they make it look like the B split, but the problem is no one's here breaking the B wall, so they can stay strong on A. Vi's been on.
They're looking like a completely different team right now. Forsaken and Invi though, pulling it back. Not back quite far enough though. Is that A side still going to be taken? And GE happy with it. 3-on-3 post plan.
Yeah, there's just so much space. I mean, information for sure, but they always had the option to cancel. And right now, with Autumn in such a strong position as well, he could always be that sleeper agent activated towards the end of the round.
He's being found out. Has to give away his position, and so Invi will dig
nice
him
shot.
out. Dimensional drift in play as well.
Keep an eye on Crystal going around the world here.
Out onto the side. The res is through as well. So GE are trying to hold on now to a 2-on-4, but Crystal with a
The crowd, I think they turned the crowd down a lot after the first day. Like the first map, to be honest.
Not looking too good. Devi was not looking. Dart forward, tries to get the info. Defuse being stuck. There's nothing to be done.
Okay,
for
they're on the
Crystal.
board.
Finally, Paper X have their first
Took
round
him
of the map.
a lot of ults though. Got a res, Sova
They'll
ult.
just keep their spirits in the game as well.
Strong with the tier 1. Appreciate the 14 months. Thank you for that.
Again, they cancel off the initial approach, always trying to sell that fake, but it's information for Paper X ultimately, which leads to them slowing down the pace, back in with numbers for the strongest retake possible. I mean, taking the dual, multiple pronged approach against Autumn really cements their initiative into the site. Had they lost
Your Visor. Holy, 4 ults, yeah.
At the very least, though, GE still feeling confident in their approach now. Wow.
Yeah, and they call it a timeout. I mean, this is a good timeout. Again, their setups don't make sense for the comps they're playing against.
It's not even talking.
It was a little better though. They did info wall over towards B main, kind of gave him a bit of a heads up.
But I have to imagine it's something to do with how the PaperX players have been operating on the map so far. I mean, yes, a lot of confidence in everything for sure, but as we all know,
What will be the most standard comp for London in the new patch? Phoenix Jet probably. I think you'll be surprised with how many teams keep the Neon as well. You guys seem to think that the Neon's fully dead.
14th time this time around, internationals. You start to get a little bit too used to it. So you want
But
to see
there's a lot of
setup can work. The operator
there's a lot of Jet already being used by most of the Pacific teams.
But maybe running the same thing again, or do you expect G to find some kind of counter soon enough? And that could be the answer. So instantly spotting out on towards something, and he has to reposition. Meanwhile, G continue to scout out towards the rest of the map. They want to rob away some of that Vi's utility, possibly.
There's a lot happening in this round. GE all over the map.
Okay, this is way better setup right now.
Go out on an approach, you start to take down the numbers. Just careful though, but you didn't quite expect it.
Forsaken gets the better of Autumn. That's going to pick the pace up for GE over towards B. In fact, they're not quite going to commit to it. Envy in there as well for a kill onto Crystal. It's kind of fallen apart a little bit at the seams here for GE. Maybe they've tried to cook a little bit too hard in this round. It's just unsettling. And PaperX have the answers for it.
Yeah, this is nice. Dude, no joke. If you put an Odin on short here,
Oh, he can't get the orb.
they wouldn't win a round, I don't think. Maybe once they get all their ults.
Point, really, isn't it?
Yeah, he's gonna get surrounded soon enough. I mean, again, it's just unsettling, unnerving.
Yeah, I would just rotate
Slow
between
down the
this
pace
wall
right
and
back
mid wall.
against you, and they try
They might have a good recovery
to
here.
back control,
I think they got it.
impose their will against you, and that's where G starts to struggle. They weren't really sure, you know, where the pin was about to drop. It could have been B, it could have been A. Instead, it was kind of both. Jin gets off of the wall, but at the same time, it's the sudden peek out from Forsaken. For now, we'll listen in on towards Team Comms, though.
Why is A so weak? They play retake A. There is no comms right here. Well, considering they're not talking, they're doing incredible knowing what they're what everyone wants to do. Dude, look at Forsaken, they play full retake. He TP's in and gives them a gun.
Holy. Yet, so there's still a little bit to be done here for GE, the 1-for-1.
Criminals play retake against this comp.
Patman on this line, an important one with a sharp shot onto Envy. Something can't find the trade. Hunter's Fury out here as well from Crystal to dissuade PaperX from this retake for now.
They're talking? Yeah, I know they're talking.
That took a long time though, so
It's me and
PaperX
him.
also have quite a bit to work with, and you can see Something is trying to take advantage of that with a very long flank. Maybe even a little bit too long. We'll see what gets put together here. Jing is fighting solo, but he is finding what he needs. A headshot onto Patman.
And Jing's making good enough sounds that Crystal doesn't expect this. He's also very, very late on this one.
Has no idea, and Jing, he's just walled him off.
Damn, they wall him in. Oh, they actually have it, right? So close.
And PaperX, have they got enough time for this defuse?
Holy, that was impressive. They walled him in here as well. That was awesome. They were so calm on this. Dude, I'm not sure they should be playing retake, but
to come back through,
also Forsaken's a lunatic.
Javi inside of hell.
Yeah, that's just straight BM, isn't it? I want to see this wall from Harvey's perspective, or from Something's at least. Might get it from Jing's POV. Let's have a look. Oh, we don't get to see it. Yeah, it covered. I mean, you can see it on the minimap. It covers the entire.
Condog, thanks so much, Condog. Condog Egg Dog, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
By the way,
Thank you
A
for
bit more
this.
trickery out this time, and Patman, oh no, he can't see anything.
Whoever's watching League, wait, what?
High in the sky is not going to be quite so valuable.
Whoever's
in the
watching
end,
League
but
of
Paper
Legends
now,
instead
you
of
know, they're
this,
kinda
surely not.
starting to feel a little bit more like their usual selves, which is concerning, of course, for GE.
Nong Shim's playing League. Wait, he's contracted to watch the League of Legends games as well. Does Chobra play League of Legends? I didn't know this. Oh, what is a headshot? That's nuts.
Don't worry about it, Resin.
That was so unnecessary.
Straight away onto Patman. Oh, how much use is it really going to be as GE are losing players left, right, and center? Patman cops his second death of the round. No entry into A, no entry into B, but a bit of an avenue into middle is slowed down by Jing, but no more. V4. Not much to work with here for GE.
Truly, none. You try to maybe cross over this wall, get over onto the A site. It's Forsaken in an off angle.
Ball's going to isolate Crystal, but he also isolates Forsaken. So, an entry onto A that might make this one doable. Divide.
Oh no.
Takes
V4 at its peak.
Now all of a sudden we're back to 2-on-2 again. There's that flank coming through, but again, it will be a little bit too late to do anything about the plant, and maybe a chance in here for GE.
Crystal clears out towards the top of heaven, so he knows exactly where PaperX could be. Just
Not the A main again.
now. Ooh, repositions.
GE.
They got him last round with it. Not again.
That's a little bit too easy of a death. And all onto the shoulders of Envy, who's now been spotted out as well.
Very
a double
nice.
swing from PaperX. They make no mistake.
What? I mean, GE nearly did their own madness round though. Gotta give them that. They made that close.
Just the operator in something's hand starting to sound off now. Worst possible time for GE to have this happen.
Yeah, they're flanking all the time on them.
Surely we can get some slow-mo at some point, but apart from it all, it's just the way that they continue to push through off of it, trying to find the right mid-rounding. But then again, you have to think the way you approach Valorant, what tools you have, how you can somehow scrounge out.
Dude, honestly, 6 is pretty good.
Without, you know, the dive, without the spacing that
That.
they had, it's not really possible.
What's Batman doing there, man? Imaginary keyboard.
A roadblock. It's just either you continue to dump bodies into it, which right now isn't working. The res takes a bit of time, and that's, you know, more time for PaperX to reposition and reinforce the A site. It's what didn't work out for them. So we'll see what Coach Frost can hook up with the team.
Yeah, really, really big timeout here for GE.
Ascent here. Ascent with these comps is meant to be defense-sided, but
2 rounds left in the half, and the half
a pistol and a snowball can kind of change stuff.
PaperX could push this back to a 6-6, at which point I'd very much be favoring them
Also,
to
PaperX
close
fight
this out.
quite a lot considering their comp.
And the alternative, of course, is
And they weren't really doing good setups until the second timeout.
pick up these last 2 rounds, would still remain in control, go up 8-4, and PaperX are obviously at a pretty hefty deficit at that point heading into the second half.
We'll see how that all works out. With 2 rounds remaining in the first. We'll listen into PaperX.
Let's start Ilya here, guys. Like all the way, guys. I will try flash beam after. Ilya, I'm gonna flash. Can we flash can? Can we flash can?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Let Ilya play the round now.
Okay. No.
Just let Ilya play the round.
I'm gonna wall this beam in. Okay.
You wanna go where? Ilya.
I go short. It's okay.
I'm joining mid. Can you help me mid? I will be mid. We'll go find mid, boys. No, I'm going with Ilya.
A short
I can
to
play with you.
One mid. I'm holding.
It's always off the drop, and they start off with numbers advantage again. They're already reading the rotations across the map.
Let Ilya play the round because there's it's quite funny listening to the PaperX comms because they're so used to multiple people being able to play, so they're kind of just saying, give him space, man. No one else try to make a play. He's the one that's going to make the plays. He's got the op. What's the more?
They know everything now, and so GE, well, they're going to be stalled at the gate right now. You would think Autumn must get one before he's pushed back away, but there's just so
it's
many
big.
players here to defend. There is surely
Dude, the no hesitation TP up is incredible from him.
5-6.
Yeah, they're getting it.
Putting the pieces of the puzzle together here.
They're getting it.
They're almost about to secure a 6-6 half after a 6-0 deficit.
Right off of Coach Frost's timeout.
Watch the wall. It's meant to just isolate door. You get blocked from heaven
but as soon as PaperX
just to get out the choke. It's kind of like a, imagine like a leak out smoke, same vibes, but you can fight either side of it. Not the worst idea. It's meant to just stop the crossfires.
Reading it all too clearly, already slowed them down. You saw what Jing was doing. Now he's doing it outside of B.
Holy.
1 for 1.
Oh, Jing.
You get the sense though that PaperX are on a roll.
Tell me he didn't have res going into that fight. I'm pretty sure he didn't.
Very dangerous for GE if they cannot stop that momentum somehow.
He might have.
Oh, big crossfire setup. Yeah, not a bad shout at all for either side. 2 for 2, but Envy still
Nice from
remains
Envy.
over on B, and he is locking it down. So it's on to Crystal to pull
Oh,
off
he
another
just pressed the door as well, so he knows exactly where he is. It's great shots from Envy. I mean, it's a solid recovery. They were playing so wrong at the beginning, though. And even one of those rounds after the timeout, they played pretty wrong with the
Off of a
retake.
0-6, you answer back with 6 of your own. PaperX
I still think for GE, that's not bad. But PaperX normally do alright on attack with this comp.
is 6 enough for GE to send it to a possible reverse sweep, or is this done? It's now or never. The rounds haven't looked upon GE too kindly. Not since the beginning of this map. Just a quick approach back into the trades and the duels.
Halftime.
And PaperX getting the right reads at the right times. They put themselves back on that throne.
Wonder how many 3-0 fan signs are getting thrown up in the air right now.
Who got it? Who won it?
Do you think playing the group stage to get Brack will be good? Southern teams need it. Like GE would do better than that. Like from going through groups, they need that Brack for sure.
But again, like I'm saying,
I mean, Frost might not like it because he probably would want to be 8th and then get deep by doing like different comps that people aren't used to. But I think it's better for them to. I think it's better for them like long term.
You know, I think they've definitely showed us a little bit more on this map, right? So you have to back yourself going into that second half. See if you can push this through to a fourth, 1 round at a time. I think 1 map at a time for GE. Don't get built up in the big picture. Just take it 1 step at a time.
And that's why they have this composition as well that could work quite nicely. We saw it against T1. How the KO could work on the defensive side. For now, it's walls, though.
Dude, they might wall boost over. It's old school.
Thinking about it, aren't they?
Oh my god, they all got knifed. They wanted to wall over and they all got hit by the knife. That's incredible.
Brought some attention back across from middle, but GE recognizing now they're going to have to back off. Although Autumn has been dropped off at the bottom of mid. And this is a pretty unorthodox position.
Yeah, he's
so
got a lot of space right here.
What this is going to come down to with that ghost in hand.
Or does he get flanked upon?
He had one running spawn.
Again, off angle. It's gonna be
Oh my god, that is a mad first shot. He got wrecked. Yeah, he had to hit his own first shot, but he also just got insta-dinked.
Have their options, their pickings. They're hearing GE on the rotation as well.
All on spawn.
Doing some good work. Back to 4-on-4, but the B side is where the real fight is going to have to happen, and Patman is holding on nicely. Wall up.
Nice
It's
shot.
something, and Forsaken
Dude,
that will
Forsaken melted the guy back aside as well.
2-on-2.
Trying his best on this one. Doing good damage.
A tag with that dart. Forsaken 66 HP, but
Javia's flashes, it's not impossible.
Who's the best mechanical player right now? Probably Primi. He looks incredible. He definitely overheats way too much though, but
the ghosts. Jing and Forsaken, like you say, on the high-low. It's going to be a
it's a lovely high-low on this one.
PaperX will take the second half pistol.
Just doubling up.
1 step closer to the final against Full Sense.
If they show up to that grand final again, just in this form.
Dude, that one is nuts.
The peaks.
No, that fast right click is just so dumb.
To check around corners through airstrafes. I just don't imagine that happening. Autumn just did not expect that whatsoever. A round win, but Alex still not the happiest about it. Either way, though, they continue to go back in. Strength to another strength. Defy. Just control outside of B main while the 4 from PaperX look to run it down.
Oh, this feels like the worst case scenario for GE. They've stacked B. They're stuck behind the wall. And PaperX are taking the rest of the map, and there's really nothing you can do about it. If you try to push forward, they're going to be aware of it, PaperX. All does get triggered.
What am I watching? What are PaperX doing?
Forsaken didn't quite get the memo as he's dealt with.
Maybe you tried to fish for a little bit as well. Fortunately now, just having to watch out for the guns, but that's already been picked up by Pat. So you work around the spike instead.
Yeah, at least they reacted pretty well though. Flipped and took spawn.
Looking like they're on the attack when really they're on the defense for the retake right here. Just gonna tap away through that dark cover, but no connection so far. Still, the crossfire establishes such a good one. Something is pivotal, and he will hold on for that opening kill.
Wait.
Here's where maybe it starts to break down. If something
Oh,
falls,
it's a great
but
recon, man.
you just can't deal with him. Headshots getting handed out. 3 haircuts from something. I don't think there's any way back in here for GE with the time that they've got available. They've got to hunt so deep into the defensive spawn to try to find something. And you can see how much time that's taking Patman to eventually clear out. PaperX will win themselves another round.
Very nice. This is good damage though, GE, really.
If you're not a good shot.
PaperX looked a little lost on this one.
I wanted to see if it was possible though, Jordan. I mean, the peaks, something was so low. He tried to do the same jumping right click that I think Forsaken did back against that pistol round, but unfortunately it didn't quite happen this time around. I mean, the shots from the PaperX team are just on.
Okay, big buy rounds, and yeah. So they're Divide, mate. Are you gonna? It's a weird one. I'm actually okay on attack. I don't mind this at all, to be honest. But the fact that most of his teammates here are buying, he probably should buy.
While the rest of the team from PaperX start to bait out more pieces of utility.
Quite off more than you can chew there as Forsaken, but he gets out okay. Crystal looking for the info into middle. He spots a couple of players, but did not see something who had already progressed up the angle. And so gets his head ripped off. Good trade from Harvey, still trying to hold on.
This is a good trade, but did the Sage is making a lot of sound here. Oh, okay, well, dude, the sound is so bad. Holy hell, no one can hear anything. He drops off of the wall, drops off here, and then runs. And they didn't hear anything.
Forsaken's picked one back up. Spike retrievable as of yet. Yuratan somehow walks away from that one alive, thanks to Harvey.
And then there was just Forsaken. I mean, what around the calling again. Javi, the quarterback of global esports. Much needed. Controlling all.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that was nuts to see. They're just all gonna start going for plays now, I feel like. That was crazy, man. I felt like it's Jing, right? Jing was right next to him. Why? It's just the crowd. When you go into the listen-ins, you might just hear just how loud the crowd is.
But this is exactly where he belongs. This is where he's comfortable. He gets the read against them, figures out where they're trying to end up, and as soon as that flash goes through, it sends them out to a bit of a stall where Yudotan comes in on the flank. More rounds like that, please. Autumn now close to an ult.
The crowd mic's really quiet. Yeah.
1-3-1 once again as they try to get a good read for what G's intention is.
Tantalizing prospect on offer here if GE can start to put together a string of rounds on the defense. Fourth map on offer for them, certainly.
TP red. Unfortunately, 0 Point was already tossed out as well, so if Javi wants to check in towards main, it's going to have to be a bit of a jump and keep. Meanwhile, just the walls tear off outside of B main. PaperX can switch things up on a dime if they want to, and Javi might be none the wiser.
Enemy mark.
Autumn spotted out in middle. Patman though,
Nice shot.
on the alternative angle.
Big Joel on A, that's a commit to this.
And switch, and GE, holding on for the moment. Dimensional drift is something into the site. That's
Nice.
a problem as the flash
Wrecked him with that.
connects
It's a
Patman.
good TP.
And now the site's starting to fall. 3v3, still not a done deal just yet for PaperX, especially considering the proximity of the GE defenders.
Oh, he had a chance there.
Away by that util, the orb.
Keep an eye on Divine. Because they should go break the wall.
Just get one kill. That could be huge.
What you meant to go do?
Running back in the site.
If Autumn gets a kill, he gets his ult.
Autumn's got the wall.
Going up.
Go. Try and isolate a couple of these fights on the side, but the dark cover comes through really nicely.
Oops.
Paper X makes it awkward as they try to push their way in onto G.
Even and Devi. As the smoke goes down, gets that
The
kill.
shoulders of Crystal, who once again will have to be the clutch
Oh, sorry.
master for the team, and it just feels like the odds are insurmountable against him. Paper X go to 9.
Not bad from Paper X here.
The clutch gene just escaping Crystal when it's needed the most.
So it's just like the CS crowd noise. I mean, yeah, it's very loud out there, man. But something's going on in CS at the moment, right? I saw some stuff about. I don't know where this event is, but apparently the crowd's like really bad, like the worst it's been. Like they had to take X-ray off of the what they're watching. They took X-ray off and they took the mini-map off. The crowd don't give away everything.
And that's now big momentum for Paper X as they continue to go through G. Is broke.
Whoa, Autumn. Yeah, set up nicely. Does get pushed back away, but you'll take that as a start. It obviously forces the res out of Jing. In fact, 2 kills in the round, but you wouldn't know.
Diabolical. I don't think I've seen an event do that. I've seen them take X-ray off, not the mini-map as well.
Paper X taking that space quite happily. GE need a little bit of a miracle here.
I mean, they are locked in here.
On a close line, flashes going through, paranoia as well. Now
Big move for Jing, first time he gets a kill.
Deal with for both Autumn and Avi as they are just
2
picked
kills.
apart on the site. And Yudatan trying to come in as a reinforcing flank will not have any success either. Paper X will be the first team to hit double digits on this map as well.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Very, very nice. Big Byron coming in for GE. Been rough for them, man. They've won 1 out of the last 11 rounds, right?
Thanks to Autumn's efforts, but
That's really rough.
I mean, can you really blame them? They felt as though it was possible for them with Crystal's ult to be able to slow down Paper Rex and come back in on the flank, but they didn't have the guns. And then the duels all lost as Paper Rex just stormed.
Dude, the big move where you can't hear any sounds, that is scary.
Unfortunately, this is one where it could really be.
You just got to be constantly aware for it when you play B.
Back. Paper X up to double digits. GE with a weakened arsenal. Final timeout.
Yeah, and you're starting to get the feeling right now as GE, as a GE fan, that maybe that sinking feeling.
What teams are going to profit the most from the updates? Teams that are going to London, Paper X.
There's no one that's going to save the day. They've got a last few rolls of the dice. Obviously, this tack timeout being one of them.
For sense, maybe, because then they can just play Jet and Raze. They were kind of leaning to that anyway. EDG, oh yeah, EDG aren't playing it much at all. Vitality, sure, Durka wants to move away from Neon.
Was talking about it after the recent loss against GE that a big problem was Pat. He knows how we operate, you know, the system and the timings of it all. He didn't know the exact plays, but he found gaps.
Isn't Foot going to get the most snuffed? I think Lev are going to get the most snuff from what I've seen out of every team that's going.
It's a big play.
But yeah, Foot will get nuffed a little bit. Foot can just switch. Foot will be fine. Sop can just go. Well, do they want to keep Zeus on Phoenix? I would actually swap it so Sop's on Phoenix, to be honest. But I know Zeus doesn't want to op much, so maybe they want to op. I just don't like Zeus's flashes, man. Heretics, yeah, Kosh. But Kosh doesn't really jump around, send it that much. Out of all of the Neons, he's not really like a jump in, send it guy. He's a very methodical, kind of the style that you have to be for it.
Allowing passage forward for something. We'll see if he can be the X factor right here. Autumn deals with him. Curveball around the corner. Catches Envy, but Device.
2v5 at its peak, and they have a res.
Will not seem like it will matter here.
Okay, and they get some good money. It's doable. Very doable.
Have to give them that credit, but have they got enough in them to push this through to a 4th map?
You certainly hope so. The score is still close. Shifting to a way more defensive setup. They almost got peeled off of it.
Double for who? GE.
He found out exactly what the plan was they managed to get in close enough. Two players hold up inside a boathouse.
What happened to GE? Oh, they're just mowing a bit, man.
Something and Divide. That's what's been
They're not
needed.
used to the environment.
Now separate the two
They're not playing
teams.
great.
GE fans,
They're
do
not
you
sticking to
believe?
plans, apparently, according to Frost.
Try to set up 2-3 setup.
They're not used to having no sound because the crowd's so loud.
Just a pop flash, maybe a swing.
Individuals are a little nervous.
Already it's been disrupted by PaperX. Rez straight away onto Patman, but Hunter's Fury looking for it. And Harvey can't get away. There's nowhere to run against this PaperX team right now. Autumn also taken down. GE are on their
Dude,
last
Forsaken. Forsaken. TP'd spawn. TP'd here and then insta got the rotate as well. God, they wrecked him on this one. At least GE won the other rounds with like 4 surviving because they need their money to be good for this. If they lose this, it's fully done.
There's nowhere to hide as well. As soon as you find quick contact outside of A, Forsaken's TP'd all the way across. And he's found another kill somewhere else. Something's trying to hold up with position, and he gets another player down. GE, try as they might, they're getting their legs and limbs all cut off. A flawless brought up, and then one away from series points. This is the last possible buy that GE has afforded to them.
Now or never for Global Esports. Like I said, that fairy tale run into the playoffs, they did such a great job to get here. They pushed it all the way to a top 3. But it might end at the hands of PaperX. Autumn.
Damn, little lineup on this. They both went wide.
Picks up a 3K, keeps GE in the fight. Spike's dropped there as well.
They're around. Big information onto where Forsaken's as well.
Why is the Ascent looking so attack-sided? I feel like the attack side wins the pistol a lot these days, but I think it's just the B main change, man, with the wall.
You see a 2v5 on Lotus from PaperX.
Like the fact that you can actually now pressure B instead of just getting spammed B the whole time. I think it did actually change a lot.
Get the better of Crystal in the end.
Position locked in. Divide surely soon enough. Everyone's sitting on that spike, waiting for the round win to hatch. No shot.
Okay, they win a round again with 4 surviving, so their money still.
It's another
It's good.
round that was brought up by Autumn's efforts. The sole OCE representative. A guy that has been carrying the region on his back, you might say, out to China. Now back onto home ground Pacific, where he's been saying this is his best team yet. The chemistry is just off the charts. He's loved every moment with how they've been able to qualify for the international.
Okay, what do we... Dude, they actually have good ults, man.
At least take this map off of PaperX with the team.
And then over till it's over. GE are fighting hard. Still trying to
Oh my god, he's spamming the wall and he's
not getting it together on this map.
absolutely annihilated
Down
him.
early on in the round, down to a 5-on-4 again, favoring PaperX.
Dude, that must look nuts on his
They have to
POV.
find a way to dig themselves out of trouble.
At least Autumn has to run it back. But look at what Forsaken is doing, breaking down the wall, keeping 2 players invested. Meanwhile, maybe potentially soon enough, all 5 into
Ice
B.
wall in the corner.
Autumn goes in to check.
Yeah. Not going to be seeing
Pretty nice as the Phoenix All's clearing over towards A as well, so they hit it at a pretty good timing. Patman gets out of there. The free sight right now. Oh, it's nice from Patman. Dude, he nearly got he got hit by the ult, so he couldn't get the gun out straight away.
Hunters free to try to bring things back in as well, and PaperX just has all the advantage. The spike, the initiative. Now they're pushing
The
in.
wall is down for a little bit.
Respawn.
Okay,
Wall's gonna
well,
give away
I
the
think it's
position to
done.
Patman as well. He might get a freebie onto G. He won't even get that. It's all falling apart for Global Esports. PaperX are looking for that series point. And it can only be Autumn to stand between them and that. But a 1v4, what can you really expect from one guy?
Yeah, I mean, they used all their ults on this one as well, GE, all 3 of them.
He's tried and tried. But unfortunately, the burden a little bit too heavy to bear.
This, it's been a stomp, man, yeah. It's been a big
I
stomp.
really applaud the effort to try and get the read off of the run it back, but at that point, it was way too late. Even with the Hunter's Fury, by the time they got close within the site, by the time they figured out what was up, it was way too late. They didn't have space. Within range of closing out the series now.
Right. 3.
Flash around the corner.
3 goes at it.
Are still trying to be that proactive team.
Scuffled by. They've taken a lot of space outside of 8.
Oh, that's a good kill for Crystal to grab.
Cheeky.
Down early. He's still in the fight, up close and personal. Batman, judge in hand, and something position is going to be noted. So this could get a little bit awkward.
Yeah, 2 shoot, but didn't hit the guy close.
Better of it. Knock Dart doesn't really slow Paper X down all
Something
that much.
still got a kill there.
3
holding him, we got a kill here.
Yudotan inside of the smoke. He picks his timing nicely, but Crystal has fallen on the side, so Spike Plant might be available here.
Be picked up, but GE trying to buy time for the rotations to come in.
Not over yet. Jing in the 1v3. This guy is an absolute menace. And the type of player that could get this over the line for Paper X. It's been smoked off on the left side, but can still peek out the right.
Nice
It won't
Patman.
matter. Patman.
Okay, let's
Gives
count it
GE
down.
another chance.
2 goes.
Shows up at the right place. It almost comes close to it, but thankfully, just being
Like the
able to
little wall
control
play on B main, this was nice though.
as he tries to open up
Did
other
GE
parts
look
of the
bad
map.
and struggling? Ah, GE looked bad, yeah.
Crystal
No.
finally showing up.
I'm telling you, they're just adjusting to.
Thanks to this setup. I mean, this is
They got to change their style a little bit. Like they're uncomfortable anyway with some of the comps, but they look like really uncomfy here.
Two more, and we might
I promise you,
have
it's good for them to lose these.
overtime in Ho Chi Minh, or Paper X takes it off of a mistake. Crystal, shieldless, and Odin. Is this gonna work?
A very disparate looking GE, even though they've just won that round. This is where, as a GE fan, you've got to send every prayer you know. See them get into this OT. Something under a bit of pressure here. He's going to try to gate crash out. Looks like he'll be safe in the end. GE certainly doing a good job of unsettling
Dude,
Paper X in this
Forsaken.
round, though. With that said, they're trying to walk their way
Duelist
out of the A,
Forsaken,
and
what is he
Forsaken,
doing
it
here?
will not work. Crystal waiting patiently. Drone v drone warfare as they go past one another and get the info that's required.
And now you have everything needed. A lot of information, but at the same time, not too much towards the rest of the site. You only have that wall blocking off B main, so you expect Paper X to be somewhere towards middle. It could be another A short. It could be a pizza play, and G has to time this just right.
Because they perfectly pinged on the wall.
Here.
Done that a number of times in
Wait
this
for the
half.
wall
Harvey
to
does
break,
not want
trying to
get
fake the
picked
B,
out. One
then
mistake
walk up
would
on
cost
A.
GE this game.
Everyone holding an individual angle.
Jing
Lucky
caught on
timing.
timing. Yudotan having an impact when it matters the most.
What?
Patman will fall. Crystal.
Oh boy, it's
caught on
unlucky
the jump.
timing.
No, not like
Anyone
these.
else?
Paper X are making their way into the A site. Harvey is trying
Flashed
to hold
himself.
on as best as he can. Flash will delay, but he cannot hold on for
The
long
3v5
enough.
at
And
its
Paper
peak
X
into a
now
3v2.
have that A
Holy.
site. This round is falling apart for GE.
Maybe
And
this
with
would
that,
really sum it up
their
if they
hopes
lost
and
this one.
dreams of a rematch against Full Sense also going with it. Yudotan will hold on for one. Gets the all forward. Envy will tuck his way into safety. Navai on that crossfire angle as well. It's a good setup here for Paper X. Can
Ooh.
they hold? No is the answer. Global Esports will
Dang.
go one more.
Realize he was outdoor here.
Just one more for
Okay, one go.
overtime.
Paper X have another timeout, right? I feel
The
like they're
slows, the plays,
getting involved here.
Everyone had their job to do and performed it. They did. It came so close. A couple of kills brought back by Paper X. Some slight whiffs. Patman desperately trying to shoot himself back into the game to get activated. Thankfully, his teammates back him up. Finding that performance needed. Just one more round now.
Whoa. The emotions are high on both sides. Harvey trying to.
Something's
pump
got
his
his all.
team up
It's
here.
got to judge.
One more round
They're
and then we
picking
get
the
a
right
rotate.
site.
Res available. Paper X somewhat broke.
Oh, this knife might wreck
It's all
him.
light shields, and G should have this.
Wait,
every day.
everyone but the Yoru. Does he still go for it? No.
Look at this push from GE.
Dude, the 3-person push middle. The 5-person push middle.
But surely can't deal with all of them. In fact, he might deal
Oh
with
my
one
God.
of them. Patman though.
Forsaken
falling.
top mid.
Device still alive. He's getting help from
Holy.
GE This is maybe where it ends. Yudatan trying his best, can't do enough. Jing for one more. It's
Something.
as Jing will finish it with the 3K and Paper X
Something went in the ult there, got out of ult, jumped and then TP'd away in the middle of the duel. Alright, they got 3-0. Paper X in another final.
Between them and yet another Pacific title.
Cold as ice.
It's a good the learning experience for GE.
They might be seedlings on
It's
the
good to do this
server,
now.
But today, Paper X supremacy. Down from an 0-6 start, they come back full force, full swing, round to round on the attacking side, and GE just got caught in an absolute whirlpool of a map. Didn't know where to look, didn't know where to turn, and the round that ended it all was one where Paper X was broke.
Okay, one of the fastest best of fives I think I've seen for sure. Why are Paper X always involved in the fastest best of fives? Whether it's a win or a
I don't know that
lose.
that's too much of a surprise. They have been one of the best teams in the world for such a long time, and they are going a long way to proving that again. Of course, we have to wait until they get to London, but at least here
Win
in Pacific,
fast
they
or
are
lose
standing
fast, yeah.
tall, and they've made their way
Let's
through
get
to
it
that
over
grand
with.
final. It's going to be
Whatever
a
the fast
banger
map is.
tomorrow. Full Sense versus Paper X. Talked about Primi
Full
maybe being
Sense
the
Paper X
best
for
player in Pacific, maybe
the
the
for the
best player
first
in the
seed.
world.
Full
Some
Sense
people
get
would
double
like to
map
say
ban. Should be
And then the
should be
word
a
on the
banger.
street is that maybe Pacific
Should be a banger.
have got the best team in the world in Paper
Full
X
Sense
as
at
well,
least
so I think a very enticing
suit the
prospect
no sound
with
fight
the best
style a
team
little
versus the
better.
best player.
You gonna
Obviously,
sleep?
we'll get to
Nah,
see
but
how
I'm
that
gonna go
plays out
chill
when
for a
we
bit
do
for
get
sure.
through to tomorrow's grand final here
Kat, give me a
for
streamer.
Pacific Stage 1. But on the
Give
other
me a
side of the
streamer. Who
coin
do you
as
guys want to
well,
raid?
Global Esports, you know, first
I mean,
playoffs,
it's been
they made
working
a
on
top
the Euro.
three.
The Euro
Had
looks
a
good. They
crack
put
at
some
it.
thought into it.
Lots to learn, obviously, going into
The good thing
the
about
next
something
stage.
is
I
he's
think
not
you can
scared
really
to
use it as a
use
building
util,
platform
whereas
for
other
something big this year for Global Esports. I'm sure they're not
the
done
Euros at the moment are super scared to use util.
Sometimes it looks like Frost is out here playing a MOBA, but Paper X just reminds
Komodo?
me that
Sure.
he's still an
He's not gonna
FPS.
end because he's not just watch
being
party.
able to hold down W and walk all the way through into that grand final. It's been
EMEA
a
is an hour
fantasy
later. Wait, what?
talking point about who's going to be that better duelist, Primi versus something. That's going to be a sight to behold for
EMEA is an hour later.
First time that they'll face off, but for now, let's toss it to the stage for the winning interview.
Yeah, you're right.
Vâng ạ, xin kính chào các bạn giả thân mến, bên cạnh tôi đang là Jing, nhưng trước hết hãy cho tôi nghe cái tiếng của các bạn
Đó.
nào. Paper X, Paper X, Paper X, Paper X.
Trust in VLR, yeah.
Well, hello everyone. It's
Surely they're not
gonna be
wrong
Paper X taking on Full
this
Sense in
time.
the grand
Let me
finals
double check
tomorrow. We
Liquipedia.
got Jing next to us to
Yeah,
talk
Liquipedia
about
has it,
today's
same.
game against GE. Massive congrats, Jing, on that game. With this win, you guys are in the grand finals. Not a single map.
Komodo's not ending? Okay, we'll rate
Talk to
Komodo.
us about how today's game felt for you guys and also the preparation against
Tazo, thanks so much for the tier 3. Holy. Appreciate the 8 months. Thank you for that. Tazo, man, appreciate you, dude. Thank you for that. Does Komodo have anything crazy in his Twitch? You want to look at the stats for fast show?
Honestly, we couldn't really prep that much because we had to focus on T1 game. We didn't know if we were gonna play like G or Full Sense. So yeah, I mean last night after we won, we went back to the hotel. We just talked a little bit and we just told ourselves to just play our own game and have fun, enjoy the game. And I think today we played really well, so we won all 3 maps.
Yeah, I mean, this is an annihilation, bro. Look at this. Paper X in the YouTube chat. Nice. Good luck tomorrow as well.
well, playing your own game, focusing on your
Thank you
game.
for
that's
watching,
always
of course,
important,
guys.
But when you go up against GE,
Of course.
they're
Best
always
of luck
so
tomorrow.
unpredictable. I mean, today you had to go up against the Triple Sentinels comp on Lotus and also the renewed version of Zombie comp on
Chat, if you want to watch some more games, we've got another best of 5 in EMEA. It's going to be in 3 hours. It is the exact same as this one in terms of seeding. You got Heretics against Foot, best of 5. And the winner is going to play Vitality tomorrow. That's not your time zone. You have Americas also. They're a bit behind. They're a week behind. So we get the lower brackets. And then after that, we have another Pacific best of 5 final. Alright, I'm gonna go, guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I'll see you all soon, okay? Bye, everyone.
How to play it. So yeah, I think for us the triple Senti
YouTube chat, subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you all being here, and I'll see you all a little later for Americas if that's, well, for EMEA or Americas if that's your time zone. Subscribe if you haven't, like, all that stuff. All right, bye everyone. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.